a roll for the weather on this fine day.
Me. What am I rolling?
It's 4 of them.
Yep. I know how rules work.
Still haven't reworked the weather, but
9, 3, 6, 4.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, it's fine.
3 counts. Yeah, 3
Oh,
is a
okay.
success.
Yay!
And we have 1 advantage. That's 2. Suffer misfortune and gain bounty.
Woohoo!
Cassia still is broken.
Okay, pass over the sheet to me so I can pick out some fun stuff for you guys.
Cassia's ass still battered.
There
You
you
know
are,
it.
sir.
I don't need any bounties.
I mean, she's not gonna be in the scene, so that's something.
Everyone's at full health. I'll probably remove Nora's ruin.
Everyone's receiving the ruin.
And
Yeah, we got our.
Nora is. The other
Let's
two
see.
don't have ruin. Do we have any
You know,
current
for the
projects?
for the bounty, I could give you guys progress on the Fanged Mammoth project.
You seriously think I'm not burning half my characters?
Because that's the only project that
Cass
is
will
running
regain
right now.
1 ruin. What's the other project? Didn't we complete that?
Yeah, we completed it. That was the
Consolidating information.
yeah, research.
You know, Old Man Anderson.
Oh no, wait. That was consolidated replaced with research.
Yeah.
About I think it was like history and hot ice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm conflicted
So-
because Nora would want to do that,
I think I'll give you.
but also
I think
she's
the
the
group
character I have with ruin.
bounty I'll give you is going to be in some research points. I'll roll for that, shouldn't I?
What are we doing for that research?
It's usually study rolls, I think.
I'll roll for Aya, who would definitely be interested and does not need anything.
Well, my Seth will be interested, but he doesn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, Amon doesn't have anything to do, but
All
he's not
right.
gonna help.
Technically,
Yeah, I don't
Henderson
Wait, what is this? Learning about
wouldn't
ice?
be
Yeah, hot
helping,
ice.
or he would be searching.
Anyway, it's not
But-
interesting.
I got a full success.
His ability to detect
My
mammoths
contribution to that.
is far worse than his ability to study things. So he'll do that.
I mean, if we're finding
It's
mammoths,
study or
that's
recall, depending on what character you're doing it with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely studied.
You got
Aya's
this
not
shit.
remembering.
Wait, are we trying to find mammoths?
You could do that too.
Critical success, motherfucker.
Sure, I'll try to find mammoths.
Okay.
What, recall?
No, this is research. Or
Yeah.
you want to find mammoths?
You can also find
Researching
mammoths.
Does your ice prospector
No,
roll
researching hot
apply
ice
to the
or-
I'm
Finding
coming for
mammoths
mammoths,
projects.
unfortunately. That's not recalling.
We're doing. I'm sorry.
You can do either. It just
There's 2 projects
whatever
we're working
reasoning,
on.
because you said your character.
Yeah,
would
As
one
much
of them
as it
is hot
makes
ice.
sense-
What's the other one?
finding a mammoth.
Okay, that one.
Person wants to find a mammoth in the ice.
I'm saying
I got 2 for the
Nora
research.
should probably
anybody
look
doing
for the thing,
Oh,
and I'll
Idris.
do the study, which
Okay.
is kind of
Each
the
character
inverse
gets
of what we
one
would
thing,
do,
though, so you
but
can
I can do the
choose
study
for
while
that.
you look in the ice.
No, I know. Idris
It
healing.
could probably
I
be
healed
a case-
I decreased her
I mean,
ruin by half.
If that's
so
if
it was
I
at 4.
don't remove her
But
to
I also
ruin.
want-
Oh,
to
okay. If you're
heal
sending
her.
her in, obviously
Yeah.
remove her ruin.
Okay,
Yeah,
actually,
I think I'll remove
we don't need any
Nora's
more
ruin.
progress on the research thing between the bounty and everything that's gone towards it so far.
Yeah,
The
I
research
got it.
project is done.
No.
You know,
Alright,
it's
I guess I
mammoth
won't
time.
do anything
No, it's
then.
mammoth time.
It is mammoth time.
Yeah, mammoth is the important one.
What am I rolling for mammoth?
I remembered a thing.
Intuit/detect.
A mammoth would be an interesting novel
Alright,
thing
I'll
to
roll
go
detect
looking
then.
for, so Vera would probably try
No,
doing a detect
I'm not
for
helping.
that.
I healed
I am
Cass.
Amon is absolutely not looking for a mammoth.
No,
Rebecca
no successes for Vera for a
Absolutely
mammoth.
shouldn't be looking for a mammoth. But I'm gonna say her father will use her general expertise of the area.
I wish I could decrease Idra's ruin and heal her, but I can't.
I got full success on. Oh wait, that's Cass. Hold on, Rebecca.
How many successes? 2?
For Rebecca for finding the mammoth,
7 successes.
which she's not doing actively.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay.
I need to get this D10 out of here. It's so good. I need to roll a shittier D10.
What is it rolling too high for you?
Yes, I already rolled exactly a 10. This one was popping off yesterday, so I gotta get its ass out of the low roll.
Yeah, you're right. It was popping off on Cyberpunk where you want
Yeah,
to
it
high.
was popping off on the high roll table. I can't have it on the low roll table.
I bought dice specifically for this game. They've all got gray squirrels and one other color.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. They roll pretty evenly.
Okay, so with the research project done, I guess everyone would be regrouping in the town before the journey. So you would be in town when I think it makes sense for it to be 1 second. Where's the tab? There it is. For it to be Sophia Perma. Right.
Who's that?
That's the girl.
The young funeral priest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the girl who's stressed all the time.
Okay.
The one we usually keep a stress meter for.
The one who we have to go, maybe we should send that one to a therapist, actually. But the therapist is always busy, so...
You're playing the therapist.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about Virgil Moss, but that works too.
Virgil Moss is a terrible therapist.
I don't know if you've
absolutely.
noticed, Vindry's been busy with a man who thinks that he's a child, who is having panic attacks constantly.
It's all a ruse, I tell you.
Alright.
He's a zombie.
So what was this just broadly looking for information on Black Ice, or was there anything more specific going on?
Was this the one where we were like
I don't remember.
trying to
This
find
was like
based
2
on like
weeks
the
ago.
gaps?
More than that.
Or
I have
no?
a bad memory.
Yeah.
Because Virgil said he like took stuff out,
Yeah,
and so
Virgil's
we
been
were
purging
trying to
some
like
information.
almost look in between
Right,
where
right.
like
Trying to
stuff
find
should be,
any gaps and
and-
try and infer
Oh
based
yeah,
on what's
you
around
guys
those
got
gaps.
a bonus to that by finding a book that was hidden
Yeah.
Yeah,
in a bookshelf.
I remember that now.
Okay. Then I think, I have to pull this information out of my ass. That's like what actually is thematically relevant to you guys. Okay, so I guess your characters, for as a baseline, would learn about the empire that used to rule these lands and the origin of Hatchetbird.
Yep, Hatchetbird.
Oh, I haven't chose misfortune for all of you. You know what? All of you are gonna start the session with 2 ruin.
No, I just got rid of 2 ruin.
Well, at least we don't have 4 ruins.
No, at least I don't have 6.
That would be worse, yeah.
Yeah, I prefer 2 ruin to 4.
I
So-
prefer 2 ruin. I prefer 4 ruin to 6. I'll take it. I'm never gonna be able to heal my HP because my ruin's always gonna be so high.
No, we just need to roll better on the weather.
You learn that the location of Hatchetbird as a quote-unquote garrison was more properly a temporary holding ground for corpses recovered from battles before they were reanimated.
Oh, also, Berg as a ending of like.
Means
within a
4.
town. Yeah.
You mean what?
Which I pulled out of my ass, but was actually pretty good here.
You mean what?
Fort.
Or fortified area.
Yeah, yeah.
Fitting.
You learn though that the spirits called up for this were not exactly the same ones that you now refer to as hot ice. Hot ice is actually a relatively new and obscure concept that was discovered somewhat due to the altitude of this fort. You guys find a record of an attunement specialist working for the military, whose job basically is to find methods through which you can reliably get people or animals to attune to certain kinds of spirits. This attunement specialist, while trying to find a way to more reliably attune people to spirits of undeath that were not related to rotting concepts. Because the cold makes that difficult. Accidentally ended up having a animal attune to a new spirit kind. One that you nowadays would refer to as hot ice, though at the time they simply called it the creeping frost. It was they described it as black flame burn. Like they described the physical manifestations as frostbite-like marks that, on first glance, appeared to be burn scars. They described some odd patterning on the flesh of, and I think this was a a pig. That makes sense. Boar that was being experimented upon. No, actually, that checks out. Boars are smart.
Yeah, they're smart. Their flesh composition is remarkably similar to humans.
Apparently this was the last of a line of experience. This boar had seen the failed or successful attunements to other various spirits of undeath, or failure to attune to the spirits of its kin. The researcher then describes how the boar from that point onwards refused to eat any food that was not living. And described how sometimes, while waiting at night, they would hear the sounds of, a larger quantity of boars in the pens. They would hear squealing at night, and when they would go to check, there was just the one. But, after a certain point, the reports cut off, with him saying that he's going to sleep out next to the pens to catch whatever's going on.
Never sleep around pigs. They will eat you.
That's not even a magical pig thing.
That's just
normal
pigs.
pig facts. They're vile animals. We all listened to that pig Haggis Archives episode.
I mean, yeah, pigs in general,
Yeah,
though, are
pigs.
just
Oh, I know. Pigs in
horrifying,
general, though.
honestly.
I had a
You
friend
guys
who
don't
had
have cement,
pigs.
though. Not this time.
I have a friend who had
Hasn't
pigs.
been invented.
They were awful.
No, cement's totally been invented. Like concrete, Roman concrete,
True.
We
bullshit.
forgot
stuff,
that,
yeah.
though.
I mean, I imagine the walls around your fort are made of some kind of old cement variety. There was one other report you found of someone on the fields of battle who came back from a colder region with a forced amputation due to intense frostbite. The doctors later discovered that the person was missing various vital organs that should be required to sustain life. They reported feeling absolutely fine and asked for their ration of ale, which was delivered to them before they asked when they could go back to the front lines. They seemed rather antsy for it. This was a relatively higher up man, so he had men serving under him. Most of those who served under him had previously died of frostbite in a previous expedition, though he seemed to claim that I just need to go out and look for them. They're still out there. He was demoted and assigned to more minor tasks. A period of time later, it mentions the need to demolish the section of the fort he was assigned to work in, without further details. The description of the spirit that he was found to be contracted to, in vague terms, matched those of the pig example. though it seemed well, it seems to be similar beyond the measure of what's normal for spirits being similar to each other. It seemed to be the exact same spirit that had bound itself to the pig. And I guess
People
the physical
can't
strip.
tell spirits apart, really, right?
Most people.
When you say the exact same, do you mean like, for example, we saw the fucking dust cobweb spirits? When you say the exact same, do you mean they're both like cobweb spirits, or do you mean like it's that cobweb spirit over there, not that one over there?
The same individual. I was gonna try to pull out of my ass a proper description because I haven't described the spirit of black ice yet, and I feel like this is rather important. I want to make it good.
So this is black ice, not hot ice.
So they described it as black ice. Somewhat. It's hot. It's this. You do nowadays.
The
use,
creeping
there's
frost showing up as
creeping
like,
frost, burning ice.
looking like frostbite.
Nowadays
which
it's hot ice. It's just
will turn
yeah.
the affected digits just like black. It is.
It's the ice that makes you warm.
Frostbite is nasty.
They the spirit, as described, was originally not believed to be the spirit in the original notes by the pig researcher. They thought someone had snuck in to their facility, or someone had gotten lost sleepwalking. It was only until they realized the androgynous form, humanoid in nature, draped behind a white veil like snow, was utterly monochrome in color. And despite the lighting conditions, they could see a clear outline of the humanoid form beneath the draping cloth. There seemed to be smoke of some kind emerging from underneath the cloth that, upon reaching the ceiling, caused it to condense into black snowflakes or icicles, depending on concentration. This figure portrayed human, a minimum of human level intelligence in their seeming attempts to communicate, though that could be generous. It seemed to be more observational than anything else. At one point, the pig researcher mentioned waving hi to it, and it repeated the motion back. In the second appearance of this spirit, with the, I guess I'll call him the sergeant, or I don't know actual rankings in the military.
It's whatever it is. It's a mystical, magical world.
I don't think any of us know.
He was in charge of a
Low-level
single
officer.
Yeah, low-level officer. He's in charge of a single exploratory squad, scouting squad.
Yeah, it could be a sergeant.
Okay, sure. The scout sergeant was heard repeatedly talking to someone in his room at night. There was reports of those who went to check on him when he was still on psychiatric hold before he was changed in his appointment to the what job was he given? Sure, corpse preparation. Before he was assigned to that job, people who were checking in him when he was at the in the ward at night, they heard a second voice that sounded vaguely female, though at times the voice deepened greatly. It did not seem to be speaking any language known by either the scout captain or the members who were checking on it. though the scout captain in his reply seemed to understand it perfectly well. One time, one of the psychiatric, or at least one of the wardens who were checking on him, saw the spirits and reported it, which is why you were able to make the connection in the logs. Okay, that's cool. Backstory lore. I went a bit long-winded on that.
All good. Spooky.
Sure. You guys can ask me one question now about the nature of hard ice, and I'll answer it truthfully. Or you can save it until later in the session.
Or save it. I don't know if anyone
Will you
said
answer
it.
truthfully if we ask later?
I never said that, did I?
That is the
Answer my riddles 3.
how language works of what you said there.
I do love being
How many
lied
hit
to in a
points does
game.
it have?
That's
What
not
is
relevant
AC?
information. Not relevant information.
Do we want to confirm if there's only one of it or not?
That's big.
Really? I was like, I don't think I care.
Well, technically one spirit could be contracted to multiple things, could
It's
it
the
not?
thing that bothering us, that thing.
Because
If it's strong enough, I believe
Yeah,
so.
a spirit can be
That's
contracted
good.
to
Pagan,
multiple.
the,
Yeah,
the
sorry.
Pagan, the guy
So yes.
had the
So-
same
Does that
one, but we
include-
don't know for sure if it's
Yeah.
the only one.
If there's only one,
But I don't know
is
if
a
how
big
useful-
thing.
If
It's
it is only one, that is useful information, but if it's not,
Yeah.
you know.
Useful for what, though? Like, what do you do with that information?
It's not useful.
it helps us understand things. How do we kill them?
Wait, but I don't. Do we want to kill them?
Do we know if
Or more
killing spirits is a
importantly,
thing that can be
Not
done?
that. If we can,
Oh, totally.
yeah, if we can
There's
kill
a way
them,
to
will they
appease
stay
it.
dead?
I think they're
Is a more important
Are we gonna
question.
kill our deities?
No.
a spirit. I don't think you
But
can
if
kill
the
it
thing
permanently.
contracted to the force of undeath fights us, we want to know if we can take it down or not.
Well, yeah, but
So we
there's
wanna
always
kill the
going
person
to
with the
continue to
Humans
be a
are
concept
humans
of undeath.
are spirits of the physical realm. You can kill a human.
You can kill a spirit, it's just harder.
Yeah, you can kill a spirit, but the thing that makes spirits exist is humans being able to be like, ah, yes, this
No.
concept, isn't it?
No,
Oh.
No, the setting is not humanocentric.
no.
Well, it's
Mingling with our
Well,
world can
mildly
make
is, but-
more complicated spirits.
yeah.
But no, it's not because we dream of it, it's real.
And
No,
we all
they-
stop
they-
believing.
They
It's not
exist. It's just that
humans-
we are the only things able to conceive of things that can't exist in our world.
Can we ask if, like, who's contracted to it?
Well, we kind of.
We know.
We know.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's-
when we get to the cabin,
I mean,
we'll have
it's
that
not like
confirmed
They,
when
like,
we
we,
get
bring
maybe
you-
we
together.
don't know, but it's not like
Yeah.
it's gonna come out of the side. It's the fucking necromancer living in the cottage.
It's
It's
your
probably
character the
Mabel.
whole time.
I don't know what you're talking about. None of my characters have any contract.
What?
You guys can see the
Blatant
question for now.
lie.
Yeah,
We got our group to go out.
I feel like we should ask if we can kill it.
If we
Wait, but I
can-
don't want to kill it,
I
so
think
I
we-
don't think that serves me.
Yeah.
Unless you want to kill it.
Until you guys
Of course
get
it wants to kill
until you
it.
guys get
Play
a majority
Rebecca.
of 3 people
Fair.
all agreeing on the same question, I'm not going to answer it.
I wants to be. It's
If
like
we have
I
to
will
roll
answer it
another
truthfully
one.
even if you do say this.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
What color is it?
No.
If you had to
believe
describe it
no.
in one
It
word,
was already described as monochrome.
if it could have dinner with
Well,
any
it's
celebrity,
white,
dead or
like a white sheet with a monochrome black outline, shadow puppet, a 3-dimensional shadow puppet.
What's its favorite board game?
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
That's not to do with the
European or
nature of
Australian?
it.
If it was gonna die from the sky, would it be faster or slower than a duck?
Yeah, what would its last meal be?
It's
I
European.
thought it was African.
African. Yes,
African.
it was African, not Australian.
The Australians didn't exist back then.
Well,
They
obviously.
made that movie.
Okay, so
Are they able to?
African swallows?
can I start narrating the journey to
Yes.
the
Yeah.
cabin? Okay. Nothing else you guys want to
Going-
establish before you go?
Um,
Anything you're bringing with you?
Let's bring some fucking fire. I mean, Rebecca always has fire, but like,
Yeah, I'll bring.
Nora probably still has a bunch of those frozen.
yeah, we got our
petrified
fucking frozen
frogs.
toads up in this
I
shit.
will make like
She
active
probably has like
mention that I
a
bring
pouch or
something
something
on fire.
that she has
question mark?
placed some
Nah.
of these like
Rebecca both
few
has
of
an
these
axe
frogs
built
and
for
something
lighting on
that she's
fire
carrying around.
and fully a way to start fire as an item. This woman's sort of pyro. The way to start fire is so that she can smoke wood.
Anything else?
I think Seth will at least let Findra know where he's going.
Okay.
Rebecca and Cass will continue not speaking to each other.
Emma will tell everyone where she's going.
Seth will let Findry know, and Findry will let Idra know. That's how it works.
And
So
Henderson
since
is
Emma
in
is
the
coming
room.
along,
She knows what's going
everybody
on.
everywhere knows
Oh, yeah,
every
that's true.
detail of
That's
who is
fair.
going.
Yep.
Alright, that's fine. And
They've-
Caroline Shepherdson is going to be guiding, and Virgil Moss is going to be there providing superpowers.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
superpowers.
Yeah, we've had enough of the shitty magic person. We need the good one. That poor Sarah, or whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah. Come on.
We've said her name like so many times. How do you not
Poor girl.
remember it?
All I remember is shit talking her. I don't.
You can't shit talk someone if you don't know their name.
Yeah, I can.
No.
It actually makes it even better.
No, it doesn't, because nobody knows who you're
Okay,
talking about.
so, as you all set off, the gray clouds that have been looming over the countryside for a while start to let off the first few flakes of snow. You notice it in the darker hair of some of your compatriots before you feel it on your skin itself. It's white, but still, it's somewhat early in the year. But with how the weather's been going, it's not all that much of a surprise. You all brought warm clothes, as normal. Nice and bundled up. And not too long, over a few streams, through some rough terrain, you get to the cabin. Well, not, the Kalen Shepperton's house, the place he was found dead. As you journey, Kalen grows solemn. Winter could be tough. I mean, it's tough up here for everyone, but
Did we bring any emotional support characters?
No.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
You were like, you're taking Shepherdson with you, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have brought Fendry.
All right.
Nope.
This man complaining. The rest of us
No.
don't give a fuck.
It's like, winter's tough, and it's like, yeah, we know, bud.
yeah. Point is, I mean, the family couldn't get back to town during the deep mid-winter. We're kind of stranded. It wasn't a very smart place to live, I know that. And I kind of hope to use that fact as an excuse for, well, let's just say for a few years I was kind of reckless with my own health. Anyways, we couldn't get back to town in the middle of winter.
Can I roll something? This is very... That's a lot of self-thought for someone who thinks they're a child.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll something to see if he's...
Intuit?
Yeah. My
Oh,
only
no,
half...
he seems like a dude now. Like, just basically, he doesn't seem like a child pretending to be a dude. He seems like a dude just having a casual conversation as he goes on a walk.
Okay. Well, Rebecca will not care or comment about this.
I mean, Emma will be listening, but
Oh, did you bring some gossip children with you?
They're lurking. Just in case.
Just as things happen, the rumor mill is churning. Somehow somebody hears about what's going on in the Fallen Leaf Ascendancy.
I choose to believe that you have like a bag of holding filled with like children you just throw out. And then
Any of the gossip children
Spread
die
gossip.
in the inevitable
Just
fight.
the next,
I didn't name
the
them,
next,
so
the
it
next
doesn't matter.
inventory item for Emma is going to be
I didn't name them.
a
They're not like
runner
words.
child.
Nobody
A
cares
child
if
to
the
run an
gossip
errand.
children.
you're almost there to level up. You gotta get the.
I think Nora would probably like seem intrigued by this shift in mannerism and will probably like.
How old would you say you are?
As of the year, what was it? 43.
Interesting.
Good, we don't have to babysit anymore.
Very interesting.
I would.
Proximity to.
I mean, it's not like I
or
remember my last birthday.
What was the last day you remember?
proximity to.
I-
places found, proximity to.
I remember. Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry.
When he says that, is he being introspective? Or is he saying, I'm so sorry I led you into this trap? Is that sorry?
Okay, no los dos.
Hmm?
Why not both?
All right. Fun.
You know what? I don't think I ever stopped looking for her.
Who are we talking about?
Maple?
Who else?
Yeah.
Didn't she go missing in the woods?
What
Yeah,
Something
so
like
she's
that.
dead.
happened? Do you remember?
You know, speaking of memory, one thing I know happened but don't remember at all is my own funeral.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird thing, right? It's like all about you, but you don't remember one thing about it.
Well, yeah, because usually you're dead for it.
Well, no, yeah, pretty much always, unless something's gone wrong.
Clearly something's gone wrong.
I remember my funeral.
1 second, I want to pick some stuff up from the house. I'll lead you on after that.
Rebecca will absolutely go in there with him.
I think
And
as we
she's
get
taking the
closer
fucking
to the
ghost.
property, Nora is going to try and like occasionally like turn her ice sight on and off to see if anything disappears from her field of vision.
Oh shit, he's gone.
That's fine.
Just gonna walk around the house.
I mean, the only thing you notice, that other people don't, is because everyone else is just going through their lives, and just because the snow has been just slowly increasing, you don't really notice it while it's increasing, but you able to toggle on and off the view of the falling snow, you realize the snow has started to really come down, well, over the course of this
It's
walk.
still like very early winter, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's actually, I think, still...
Fall,
No,
technically?
it was first day of fall, like,
Yeah.
that, where the session started, so it's actually still early
Oh
fall.
boy. We're all gonna starve to death. We're gonna need to spend the start of the next session planting fucking wheat.
I'm gonna devote my time to learning how to grow food.
We resolved this shit during last episode. It's the recess farming episode.
So, Kalen Shepherdson would acquire a few things. He would grab some a stash of dried meat he had. He would, in his pantry, Rebecca would hear him cursing to himself.
I wonder if we
Fucking
steal from
vermin
his
god.
pantry.
Oh, I don't remember.
The maple too? Fuck. Did someone take my shit?
Did we?
It's probably dead.
Did someone?
Nora was.
fully don't remember.
I think Emma starts rambling about a time she got stolen from. When I was.
You're older.
Because she has better into it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Some bastard took all the candies in my pantry.
Probably one of the children.
Yeah.
Let's be real,
You know, it's not
something
safe so late in the year to send children up this path, or for children to go up this path at all.
Oh.
We send them up the mountain.
Was one of.
Well, not while it's snowing.
Because this is
It wouldn't have been while it was snowing.
his house, right? So it's like.
It was
This is where it was implied that Mabel came in.
Yeah.
Were
Oh.
any of us there for that? Okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The two who found him were.
No, because later it was implied that Mabel came into his house. Because that was the thing about like her leaving her shoes off by the door.
Yes.
Right?
That was after us.
Oh, okay.
But
And like the
But I was
broom
who
was like a
noticed
thing
that?
that wasn't
I
there
did.
anymore.
Okay.
I would have passed it on.
Okay.
Mabel has been here.
Well, I was just wondering with him being like, "Oh, my candies are on," because I just remember that. Oh, we do
Yeah,
know who
Rebecca
that
will
is.
clock it, not mention it to
Was
him.
there anything weird going on around the outside of the house? Because Seth wasn't gonna go in. He was just gonna like walk around the perimeter once.
The house, I mean, like superficially it looks fine, but the more you look, the more you realize the house has been ill-maintained over the years.
That wasn't really a surprise, was it?
That tracks.
That's, well, yeah, but you can see some effort done sporadically over the years to attempt to make it look like it's not slowly falling apart. There is some beams in the house that do seem to have more termite paths than wood.
This house is shit. Anyways.
Rebecca will clock down the part of the house she can cut down the easiest. She needs to collapse it.
Shepperson fetches a wood cutting axe and a hatchet before motioning for everyone to follow. He also grabbed a bigger, thicker jacket that fits him better than, whatever you'd given him.
Does he have fucking shoes?
Yes. Boots. Ugh. Sorry, this path's probably gonna be quite overgrown. That's why I brought this instead of kind of waving the mostly well-maintained hatchet. Rebecca, you want to help with this?
Yep.
So after I'll draw out some geography.
Maps.
Where'd the okay. Well, that works. Well, okay. Previously established cabin here. Then there is the rock, and then there's like the pens like around here for the sheep and goats. There's the lean-to side thing for the building here that's kind of open air. And then there's in a more wide open field area, there's the pile of stones there that the goat was around. And then around here, there's those kind of staged cliffs where the last flashback type scene took place on.
Or I murdered a goat.
The forest, there's some clearing here, and it kind of continues along here, and the elevation goes up this way, becoming more steep around this area, where the forest and the cliff start to meet more and more until there's a bare path that separates the two.
Like a path that is bare of anything, or a path made by a bear?
Neither. It's
Both.
barely a path. The elevation here is quite steep, so when I say this is forest, it's more trees gripping onto the side of the cliff continuing up this way. And underbrush growing thick and vicious. This cliff, as I previously mentioned, is kind of staged, but there's various points where you see that if you fell off and then didn't catch yourself on the first bluff, you wouldn't be catching yourself again.
Oof.
Or if you did, it would be only after falling far enough that something would go wrong upon landing.
More affinity with pain spirit.
You can see that this path at one point used to be much wider.
And it's just been overgrown.
Yeah. What's left is a
My guy's path is overgrown by actual trees.
Overgrown
just
and
push 'em
falling
up with
away.
well, it's not like okay, not proper. Like it's the trees' branches that are mostly overgrown. They've previously been cut back.
Overgrown and fallen
Rebecca
away.
will judge his shoddy tree chopping skills.
It's just not been maintained, that's all.
As he would start walking, Kaylin would pipe up. You know, during certain times of the year when the flock mostly eats out our local fields, we'd take them to the high fields. That's why we had the cabin set up there. Go grazing, just not very safe. It didn't really stop any of us. We grew up around these parts. It's not like we're gonna get hurt or fall. I mean, so it's I don't know. I haven't gone too often lately.
Well, yeah, you've been a bit dead recently.
How's Virgil
Before
looking
that.
with all this? How's Virgil looking with all this?
He appears to be kind of nervous that he interjects. He's gonna like shatter the illusion of this guy acting sane.
Valid.
Every now and then he like gives him a meaningful look, or like put a hand on his shoulder or pat him on the back, but try not to push it too far. Anyone up for a lunch break? At some point.
We just set out.
I mean, we've been compressing the time. Time sign's gone. Like as we've established, the walk to Kaylin Shepard's place by itself is like 30 minutes to an hour. Like we've established, it's not a short walk to the house itself.
I mean, most of us are probably fine with that. The old people are probably going to want a break.
I'm just saying this is about an hour and a half from here, and it does get steeper.
How's the light?
I imagine you guys set off in the AM, so you're fine either way.
Okay.
Though the light and visibility have diminished steadily as the storm has slowly grown worse.
I feel like the storm's gonna get worse if we take a break now.
We eat while we walk.
Good point. Okay. Just gonna lead this way and. Who's that? Do you guys see?
No.
Or
Look,
Yeah, I'll look.
looking.
But
When you toggle your anti-snow vision on, what's the word for that? What name did we give it?
I don't think we've named it.
Oh, shame.
Snow sight.
Yeah, I just have written see-through ice and snow.
Okay, fair enough.
when you toggle see-through ice and snow.
No, when you turn on your piercing gaze.
Oh yeah.
But you spelled piercing with ice in the middle of it.
pure ice.
Icing.
You see an empty path.
Icing gaze.
But when you turn it off, you see a dark figure walking through the snow towards you.
The rest of us see it.
Yes, the rest of you see it normally.
We'll just.
Another ice construct, it seems.
Becca's gonna light up her axe.
It seems to be human and short.
A child.
No.
Why is it always a kid?
Actually, no. This one would no. Never mind. This wouldn't be short. This would just be
No.
full grown.
It's always a kid.
A person can be full grown and short, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's a Tom Hardy
Full-grown
reference,
proportions.
please.
Never mind.
Proportions of adult size. Small.
My doctor's visit forms.
Oof.
And through the snow, after, I guess, you guys would probably tense up and ready yourselves, knowing what's going on, Virgil Moss would have his relaxed stance shift slightly, and the usually placid, or that's not the right word, just gentle fall of the snow around him would get whipped up into a minor zephyr. And the person who emerges through the snow looks familiar. Extremely familiar. It looks like to be the spitting image of Kaylin Shepherdson.
Oh my god.
Who wants to roll a detect check? Or maybe, no, this is study. This is
Oh,
study.
not
do it.
study.
I will
In place
prefer.
of study. Or where is he on the map?
Oh, you guys are on the trail now, at this point.
Yeah, if we're like on that trail, it's
Alright.
a bit
Oh.
further on.
Full success.
No. Oh, actually,
success.
one success on study.
No successes.
Full
In
success.
place of a study check. Roll a force check to hurl his ass off the mountain.
No, wait.
You can, yeah, go into a shoulder charge. You want to start with that?
I'm a hunter. Can I add a success to this?
No,
Okay.
this is more of a social thing.
No,
No,
that's
I'll leave it to
Vinbree's
free. I'll let it wait. I won't start fighting
I
immediately.
don't suppose aspirant mystic could be.
Man, I would have gotten a full success.
I'm
with
reading this guy.
I won't roll for study though. Because
Um,
Rebecca studies ass.
Okay. You notice there are some differences between them. Whereas, Kaylin Shepherdson, the one that you guys have been walking with so far, has a light dusting of snow upon him. This one that just walked down the path has much more snow upon them than makes sense for the weather recently. They are wearing the same jacket, though the one that just walked up the path seems to be wearing a much newer one. He opens his mouth as if to call out in waves, though no sound comes out. Kaylin, the one that's standing next to you, staggers and falls.
I'm shoulder checking this motherfucker.
The one with us, or
we're
the one on
seeing-
the one?
Both of them.
Marrow's
I think we're
going to
seeing-
The
grab a
zombie
hold of-
first.
No.
I think we're seeing a memory.
Marrow's going to grab a hold of the.
No,
the
memories
Kaylin
pop out of it
with
after
us.
we kill it, remember?
Okay.
No, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, I
And
know.
keep this one from yeeting him off the mountain.
Eating the ice one.
But if we kill the memory, what happens to the living
We don't know.
iteration?
This may be another
We're
one
about
of-
to find out.
This may be another of these vision manifestations.
They might not be able to interact.
It tracks with what we've.
Uh,
It is.
It
to
is
normal.
see-through. It's another of these
With
constructs.
with what we know.
So if we
And I
wait-
shouldn't be explaining because my voice is fucked. But
Stop explaining.
this is a thing that hot ice does.
If we wait, we might be able to see a piece of the past and learn something.
That comes out after it dies. I'm gonna rush him.
Well, you didn't kill Mabel for us to see that, right? Or did that come out of the
It
goat?
came out of the goat.
Okay. Okay. Cover
Reminder-
Kaylin's eyes.
Reminder,
Okay.
we're on a slippery slope with a long
Yeah.
way down.
Yeah.
Charging something that might not be.
Oh, you have disadvantage due to the environmental conditions.
Yeah.
Alright. Wood fighter gonna come use some slack then?
Wood fighter? Yeah, sure, that cancels it out.
Okay,
That's
then.
current weather conditions. If it gets worse, that'll no longer cancel it out.
Sounds good. Partial success then. Or actually, no, I have 4, so that is a full success.
All right. As you go to push him off the edge, it more comes into two shoves, these not being entirely narrow in this section. You get the initial walk, and he tries to struggle against you, full-bodied working man pushing against you, though you had the run up and he's caught by surprise. You dig in and go to push again, and what you do, you hear Kaylin Shepherdson call out, "Dad?"
Rebecca is dad?
Wait, okay.
If this wasn't
Which
Rebecca,
one yelled dad?
The one that you guys
Just
have been
so
walking
bad
with.
at being a mom,
Okay.
she got reassigned to the other.
no, if this wasn't Rebecca, she would make a joke about this. But
So
it's
he's
Rebecca, so I can't.
Seeing his nuts.
Just a second, son. What I would say if this wasn't Rebecca.
Okay, he staggers and get up against the fall. I'm going to D20. That's fine. We have to making decisions.
What was it, Chard?
I'm not going to say.
Well, there's only two things it could be.
That's
On a D20.
They would elicit that response.
There's only one thing it could be, a number.
Could also be a letter. You never
Brilliant
know.
deduction.
All numbers are just letters that display different
It is.
things.
Higher than 0, but lower than 21.
Okay, you know what? Here we
No
go.
modifiers, I see.
You push him off the ledge. You see him flail, and for a moment he seems to fall slightly slower, accelerate slower at least, than someone should.
Well,
And
if I
the
can,
angle
I'd
is
like
back
to
towards the cliff.
at a
I
relatively.
can't hear Ellie. Let her talk.
If I can, I'd like to throw at a slightly closer to us ledge so we can see what's up.
Okay, sure. That happens. Then he lands kind of on his side on it and slips on the previously muddy, now frozen slope and proceeds to tumble off wordlessly. Kaylin Shepperson would rush up next to you,
God damn it.
calling
Lost our
out,
memory.
voice going hoarse as he cries out for the fallen figure.
His father.
Yep.
This is why
Turns
the
out
town
his
doesn't
entire
like you.
family disappeared because they came down from the past and Rebecca killed them.
This is why the town doesn't like you.
Okay, this warrants a change of music. The genre is going to shift a bit.
Oh dear.
And we
Nora, are you
we
sure
would
that
know
person was
from
here?
the town history that his father was
Not a
was
clone of
dead.
him.
Yep.
Maybe
No, he's just back to being a child again.
A few moments later, you all feel a vibration run through the ground. And unlike like an earthquake that would propagate up from the ground into your legs through your body, this seems to be coming generally from that direction. Let's just call it the west. Coming through the west and propagates through the air in your bodies evenly. The thrum settles in, and between one moment and the next, the amount of snow in the air seems to have doubled.
What just happened?
Whatever
I'm
that
sorry.
is.
I was alone. I couldn't. You left me alone. I couldn't. Don't leave me alone again. Don't leave me alone again. Dad.
You're so much better at this 12th.
Finnegan. Dad.
It's okay, bud. We'll figure something
Well, you
out.
better do something. Don't make me use Rebecca's non-existent social skills.
Marrow is just holding.
She's got 2 points of command. I can command him to feel better.
So like I want to narrate thought process for Seth because in my mind it's funny. Seth's immediate thing is like, best way to comfort. Don't worry, he's already been dead. And it's just like the little Fendry in the back of his head is like, no, do not say that to him. And it's just like, oh, it's okay.
It wasn't really him. I do not think. It was.
Kaylin would turn with red eyes to you, and it's like not magical red, just emotion, teary-eyed.
With blood red eyes.
Good clarification in the word.
Twin threw him off the cliff too.
I'm not real. My dad. I can still see him again.
Seth's just gonna like hold his arm.
Being held by both Merowins.
No, it's not like, it's okay, buddy. It's just like, I'm not gonna let you jump off the cliff.
Oof. I mean, that's certainly one way to.
This is how to comfort.
I don't know if he made it back to the cabin, to the house. Mom, he needed to tell Mom, but
What did he need to tell Mom?
things had already gone wrong. We should get to the cabin. We should get to the cabin. My dad told me to wait there for him.
When? Okay,
The fellow's waiting for me. I should get back to him.
Okay, well, let's go then, I guess. Seth's gonna just like keep holding his arm just a little bit too tight.
I'll keep my axe to light.
And he would continue to lead you along the path. Everyone, remember to stay away from the edge. At least 3 arms away from the edge, okay? We're not all goats. I once saw a goat. What was its name? It was Tim Baloo.
You just re-traumatized him.
If another one shows up, let it play out. Do not attack it.
If you're gonna attack it, at least attack it so that it stays
I
up
was
here.
gonna say, if something else was waiting for him, I'd be a fight.
And Tim Baloo was eating some grass near the edge.
Uh-huh.
Closer than 3 arms away.
Wow.
Can you go with me? I can walk by myself.
No.
Maybe you should go see Tim Baloo. Well, anyway, Tim Baloo, like the earth crumbled under it. 'Cause it was spring, you see, and like everything was wet and muddy and goopy, and the frost was no longer holding the edge together.
Yeah.
So Tim Baloo tumbled deep down into the blue, is what Dad says. I think he's just dead.
Yeah, that's what happens when things fall off of
Looks
things that
looks
are high
at the
up.
edge, looks up at him, looks down at the edge again, takes a pointed step away from the edge.
Uh-oh. I shouldn't have left the cabin.
It's okay, we're going back now.
Yeah, that's right. I shouldn't have left that cabin.
Why'd you leave?
Well, after a while, I was hungry, right? Dad said he'd come back.
You wouldn't blame me for needing food.
I wish you could blame me. I wish. I don't know what I'm more
I think
afraid
Alec is
of.
being comforting, but is shooting looks like.
I don't know what I'm more afraid of. Going my entire life with no one knowing nor judging me for what I've done, or people finding out.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, my sister is a very nice person who doesn't judge people, even though she definitely should.
So then someone could know and not judge if you want to tell someone.
Yeah, so if you want to, like, talk to somebody,
I also
I
tend not
will
to
judge you,
I
but
know a
if
lot
you
of
want to
creepy
talk to
things.
her, you'll spread the rumors, though.
I hide the kid.
That kid you've been bringing along.
You know, my dad left the cabin twice.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder which time that was.
What do you mean, which time?
Well, we just saw him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of those times? Was he... Did he say anything?
Did he look exactly like you?
No, not quite. This is just his jacket. He says, fixed it up over the years.
Oh.
It was. He just, well, okay, Rebecca won't say this, but he's just seeing an older man who looks a lot like his father and mapping it onto his father.
Because
But
if
it
he's
is-
reverted,
it's
it's
just,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what his adult form looks like, and
Yeah.
it's stands to reason that's very similar to his
Yeah.
father.
Well, yeah,
what I
but
was
he'd
figuring.
unreverted by that point.
I think he
didn't.
re-reverted
when he
when
saw it.
Oh.
He collapsed fully to the ground when he saw it.
Yeah. But I think we do be like,
He did. Before I
he
moved,
staggered back. He didn't collapse.
no, he collapsed because you
he
had cast
fully
him.
collapsed
Right.
before I moved.
No,
he did, no, he did.
He staggered back. He didn't collapse.
Like, yes, I grabbed him, but no, he did not fall completely to the ground.
He was like,
I don't know.
I mean, he's reverted now, but
Yeah. Well, that's why I was just going along with what he's saying. But I do feel like it was not this time.
I have a hard time remembering. I'm not entirely sure if I ever did leave the cabin.
well, clearly you did because you're here now and not at the cabin.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. I think.
Yes, it does.
I'm going back to the cabin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the best boss game in the cabin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dada made them. Well, he made the boards, but Fel and I made the pieces. And Mabel drew funny faces on all of them so we could tell which side they were on.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'll play Knights to start, but I'll go easy on you, I promise.
Okay. I've played games with my sister before, and she always wins.
Oh, I know how that is. Mabel was never very good at games. She would get upset and knock over all the pieces.
Sandra was always very good at games, and she would taunt and tease me about it, and made her insufferable.
Yeah, that was more Fel's thing. He knew how to play the games, but I swear half the rules he made up weren't rules. And like whenever we followed those rules he said, he always won. But when Dad was around and he talked about the rules, things worked out more often in my favor.
You should have written them down.
Well, we tried, you see, but I didn't know how to write properly. And there's a lot of pictures. And when Fel looked at my pictures, he said that they didn't mean what I thought they meant.
That's frustrating. They were your drawing.
You need to learn how to read and write.
Okay, this is a rural village
Yep.
in relatively medieval times.
Yep.
Most of the population doesn't know how to read or write.
Yeah, that's
Does
why you
not
should.
change the fact that we should still
Always
learn how
strive
to
for
read or write.
greatness.
Strive for superiority over your fellow inhabitants. I don't know. What's the confusing part here?
How'd you get it?
Just thinking, would any of my characters be or not be literate? I look down at Nora's bookworm roll.
I think all
She's
characters-
probably literate, but how hilarious would it be if she doesn't actually know how to read? She's just
Okay,
memorized
so-
a lot of words.
I love feel of them.
I love how they
After
look.
a while of
I
walking,
love the pictures. Those are words.
you enter a clearing. And, well, I mean, at some point or another, snow gets in each of your eyes. It's not really something that you can avoid.
Probably happens a lot to Nora because she can't see the snow coming if she has her snow sight on.
And between one moment and the next, blinking away some snow that got in your eyes, the landscape goes from gently powdered to sunny and even a bit warm. The ground no longer crunches underfoot, and the previous shadow against the cliffside is revealed to be a standing small log cabin.
Would you have told us about your experience with the fog? Like how you could see through it and all that shit?
Yeah, Nora would have explained her ability because that was how she explained that seeing the father was an ice construct, probably.
Well, yeah, but
so.
but when you were inside, you could tell that it was an illusion.
Or at least that it was ice or snow or something.
Yeah.
We came here looking for the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Log cabin.
We should probably go in before it starts snowing again.
Mhm.
So yeah. Do you guys all enter? Do you do anything else before?
I mean, I'll stop holding onto his arm once we're like away from the cliff edge.
Oh, to describe this area, the
Cliffs everywhere.
Oh yeah, then I guess I'll just keep holding on to him forever or
To
something.
describe this area, it's
no,
a
there is a
badlands, so
sheet
it
like
is
the
180 degrees.
to your left side, the somewhat steep terrain has turned to a full-on like cliff, but the path has like suddenly widens to cover like a few square miles of space of rolling green slopes.
Okay.
That is on the right side, still rimmed in by all the same cliffs that you guys have been seeing this entire time.
So kind of a
Yeah,
filled out
it
Y
opens
sort
up
of-
quite broadly, and the cliff and the cabins around here nestled into the side of the cliff.
Yeah, I'll let go of him once we're away from the cliffs. Like the directly right next to the cliffs.
He opens the cabin up, and have you toggled? I assume you toggle your vision.
would probably be keeping the vision ability on for being around here, because.
Okay, so whether it's on or off, either way you don't see any snow around you.
Good to know.
But when it's on, the sunny lighting is returned to the gray of the day, and the in the hardened ground and flattened brown grass is replaced by green springs when the vision's off. So here's the cabin. Not much to see. He says as he pulls out a little. I would call it a key, but it's more just like a special handle you can slot in to slightly into a notch in the door to open it properly. We got a few beds in there. It's pretty well insulated. There's a fireplace. We got a stockpile of food. More just a place to stay. Generally in the fall when we move the herd up here. not meant to be a place you stay for too long, he says as he opens the door. And inside...
As he's opening the door, before he does, I would like to get into a position to the side of the door.
Okay.
You know, like when the military busts into a place, there's like the guy on the side and
Yeah,
there's the
yeah,
people in the
yeah.
battering ramp. I'm prepping for when shit happens.
And inside, you hear the crackling of a stove. And if you're outside the cabin, you can immediately start to see smoke start coming out of the chimney the second the door opens. When your vision is on, the smoke is not coming out of the chimney.
Things projecting memories, constructing.
He opens the door, and inside you see a child.
What's up with Virgil?
He would have prepared like you in some similar way, but more subtly.
Yeah, I know, but like, he's a spirit of memory, and this is some fucked up memory.
Actually,
Was about
He
was
can't come in here.
Nora was about to ask
every
him if
now and
he's
then
getting any
he
weird memory.
flickers entirely out of sight before flickering back in. He has a mildly confused look on his face, and it seems like he's trying to act. He has to actively focus to stay in the presence. Yeah, young child, dark hair, like Kaylin's own. And he seems to be like dressed in just like warm pajamas as opposed to like proper clothes, and is sitting down, pouring something from a teapot into a set of mugs with a rolled open. It's like bark pulp paper. It's just like a large sheet of it, and he's like scribbling with charcoal on it while blowing on this one of the hot beverages he just poured.
Also, is Kaylin still look the same inside the memory?
It's hard to look. Actually, you know what would happen now? Conflicting. Yeah, sure. He looks the same. He's physical. He exists, so it doesn't look any different.
Makes sense because we're in the memory despite having not been there initially.
Kaylin, come on. You find anything? No, I found some flowers. They're. Look at them. He says. He pulls out some of like those daisies that you've seen around previously out of one of his pockets. You didn't see him pick them or put them in his pocket at any point in time. The petals on the daisies are black and wilted in your sight. Otherwise, they're white and perfectly fine. What? You just found flowers? Hey, Ma said that if you split the stem of these, you can get a really bad smell if you rub it on your skin. Wanna try? And he goes to sit down next to the other kid.
Do they seem aware of our presence?
Kaylin seems to have completely forgotten you guys are here.
I mean, they didn't remember us last time. They didn't recognize us last time, so we forced them to.
Yeah, I was gonna try to let it play out.
Yeah. At least until we can see Mabel.
Or maybe learn something.
Yeah.
Especially if it cycles.
Fel, what have you been drawing? Okay, see, look here. That is an ice dragon. And over here is a steam dragon. And here, and they're fighting. But you see, like, behind that rock right there, these drawings, they're hardly decipherable. They look more smudgy than proper drawings, but you can kind of see after it's pointed out what they are, that they are. Down below, what he's pointing at is a scribble of spikes. Is the pine tree dragon. It can shoot its pine needles like really fast, and it's waiting to sneak up on them after they've weakened themselves in the fights. Which dragon's gonna win? I think the pine tree dragon. You forgot about my rock dragon. Oh, no, remember a few days ago? It lost against the snow dragon. The snow dragon could never beat a rock dragon. No, remember what Ma said? Where, like, water gets in a rock and then it freezes and then it makes the rock crack? Yeah, no, so snow dragon would totally beat a rock dragon. Nuh-uh. I could melt snow and squeeze it in my hand. A rock dragon's big and strong. It would never lose to a snow dragon. And this goes on.
I love the argument of, but water gets in rocks and then freezes, and it's like, but it's snow.
Do you guys want to do anything? Well, this is going on.
Just go look around.
That's what I was gonna say. I think if
Do you all enter the cabin?
yeah, I think I'll enter the cabin, and I think if it's possible to like look around in this memory
Just
and
ignore the
see,
kids and look around.
yeah,
Go
what
through
it
all the
looked like in
drawers
its
and stuff.
past.
Nora will
what was maybe
probably be
here.
trying to confirm
Maybe try to
if
find like
things are
Mabel's
real or
room
not,
something. If there's like a
or
section
if things are
dedicated
ice
to
or
her.
not.
Yeah. The fire is dark in your vision.
Because we see the illusion.
I guess
Probably
Caleb
hard
would
to
use
make
Fel's name at some point. The other kid's name is Fel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that.
He's not there.
Is
The
Fel
fire's
down
not
there?
lit. The board, the
Fel's
drawing
garbage.
pad's not on there. So actually, you can see it's hung up on one of the walls
Wait,
on
what
the
is?
side. The charcoal drawing
Oh.
thing.
Interesting.
And there's a few extra drawings, seemingly added more recently by a nicer hand, showing the aforementioned snow and rock dragons. They seemed pretty well rendered, actually, in charcoal.
Is the rock dragon winning?
Yes.
Going to
And glancing out the windows, I mean, you don't see any snow outside, of course. But the brown grass that you previously saw outside is now laying flat across the landscape. And some of the you can visibly see a branch of one of the trees outside start to stoop.
Very little of what we're seeing is as it actually is.
Oh, yeah, there's a dead kid here.
Arguably there's two.
So, back in the scene.
Well, and then Seth just like poking around the house looking at everything.
Yeah, actually, you should each roll detect for finding cool stuff.
I'm a hunter. Can I add stuff to this?
Sure, you get advantage.
Yay!
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you,
good
that's a
detect,
full
and I still
success.
didn't roll low enough.
I got
I got
full
nothing.
success.
Emma
Thank
just
you
gets
for-
distracted by the
Thank you for
silverware drawer.
advantage.
Would Rebecca be looking?
Well, no, 'cause she's focused
That's your
on
choice.
Reds.
If Rebecca's on a
Or you
I
just
think I already
remain
got the
ready for
information.
combat instead.
No, she would
I
remain.
think I've already gotten the information. I'm
Yeah.
probably not going to do a roll because
yeah.
Nora's just like basically scanning around, confirming which things people are looking at are actually there. And not
Yeah, I think I was
all.
counting on you to judge.
Actually, you know what?
reality.
You, while you're absently looking through a drawer, like, of some stuff, see some various tools for caring for sheep and goats and such. You find a bundle of rope and stuff. while you're going to start to the rope, you can see your hand shaking and seem kind of confused for a bit. You know, like rub them together, warm them up next to the fire, but the hand doesn't stop shaking. The temperature in here has dropped significantly, and the fire
There's something wrong.
is not warming it.
I think I just realized this isn't real.
I mean, I knew it wasn't real, but like,
The drink that the kid was drinking was it's basically they took dried apples thrown in with a few spices, heated up in the pot to make it sort of pseudo like apple cider tea-ish thing that spice.
The fireplace.
I know the fire
It's
wasn't
not lit,
burning. Nobody
but is it full of wood?
Sure. It seems to have been stocked up. Actually, there's wood under it.
But it's just one of my hands that's shaking, right?
If you like let it shake, will it shake in a direction?
No, like no.
Let it do that.
Like after a bit, it stills again. But now that you've noticed, you can't ignore that your body is actually much colder than it is. It's weird. At one point, you can feel the almost too hot fireplace on your skin, and the other, you can feel something wrong. The movements of your hands are slightly slower than they should be, and your lips feel slightly numb.
Like cloth wrappings from her.
I mean, I'm a hunter. I'll pull my own things for cold weather out.
And just like
I just thought it was sunny.
goes over their hands with like a cloth to try and clear away any water that or cold that might be on there, and holds up the like stumps of her fingers on her left hand and say, "Don't want you ending up like me."
Yeah, me neither. I mean, no offense, but
And making sure
Rebecca
her hands
is
are
going
wrapped
to
up.
walk into the house.
So much more ominous with that voice.
Yeah.
Joke's
don't
on you,
want
I
the illusion
staged
to
an
break.
Oh,
escort
actually,
for this.
no. You
I'm done.
you walking into the house, notice your steps are a bit slower than they should be.
I don't want to be attuned to a spirit.
I'm gonna walk to the fireplace.
Okay.
And I'm gonna light it.
You don't know that it's not lit though.
All right, I'm not gonna make you do a roll for that for a number of reasons. You have so many things stacked up in your advantage.
I've got several items in my inventory that are currently on fire.
Ooh.
So, the light flares up. Well, Rebecca reaches in to the burning fireplace, places wood on top of already existing wood in there, and lights it up.
To be clear, I feel like my hands are burning, and just continue.
Yeah, no, that checks out. And with a roar, the fireplace starts up, and the vision shatters.
Why are you breaking things?
Immediately so cold.
Yeah, all of you all of a sudden are freezing.
It was already freezing.
Properly.
Cold never
everyone else
bothered me
realizes
anyway.
how cold that you realized you were. Like, looking out the window, you can
I don't know, I
see
think
snow piled
Rebecca
up.
and Elsa
3
are doing
feet.
fine.
You can see 3 feet of snow outside, covering the entire landscape, and the trees are heavily laden with it. The room
So
that you're
we're
in is
stuck.
freezing,
You're stuck.
You were
and
also stuck.
Fell's clothing goes from like, nice pajamas to, outdoor work clothes that are torn and smeared in something.
Wait, Fell's still here?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be dead.
This is still the past.
It's a different illusion.
Construct is
It's now what happened to them. Because there's no way 3 feet of snow falling.
It's a different illusion.
I mean,
It's a different. It was cold, but we went from like light dustings to 3 feet.
well,
from
no,
10
it's
We
been
basically went
shaking
from
up.
like
We've seen it dramatically
late
increase multiple
spring-ish
times, but
to midwinter
Yeah.
in one jump.
Well, if someone's trying to keep it, Kaylin, thinking a certain way, then like lighting the fire probably made them pivot to like,
Yes.
here's a memory where
This
the fire
is,
was lit.
I believe, this is the memory of
We haven't left any of the memories.
the
We're
time.
just
I think
later
this is the
in
more
year.
important time. before.
What, the dragon fighting wasn't important to you?
That was pivotal lore.
No, this is
It's very important that we know that
what
the rock
happened
dragon
before
beats
the
snow
family
dragon.
died.
Are the charcoal drawings up on the wall in the memory now?
That's
Nope.
the hint. We
Oh.
need to fight the snow with rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Vel look noticeably older?
Yeah, that's how the Pokemon type chart goes, right?
You don't know.
Rock
Um,
Rock is
snow.
strong.
Yeah, Fel looks slightly older.
Interesting.
Rock
Though
is
that
actually
could just be the
strong against
tiredness that seems to be filling him. Kaylin is now sitting on one of the beds in the room, and there's kind of a silence that hangs over the room for a few moments before on the door.
You can come in, it's open.
Is everyone inside?
By
I believe
now,
everyone
yeah.
is.
Virgil with us too, I assume.
Actually, you know what? Virgil's no longer here. You just didn't notice
Oh,
for a
fuck.
moment.
That's
Okay, Virgil's lost. Oh well. Then it, like, is
Oh,
the
no,
door
not
like
Virgil.
one that opens inwards or outwards?
Outwards.
Yeah, that's how
God
fire
respect
safety
fire.
works.
Shove
code.
it a little bit.
Actually, no. This door opens inwards.
No, that's against fire code.
Yeah, but when it snows so much, you're not going to open it if it's
Yeah,
snowed
that's
in
true. I
otherwise.
guess so. That's why you have a layout through the roof.
That is true. A lot of them, if they expect to be living in heavy snow areas, would have an exit in the roof. Otherwise, they are stuck indoors for the entire thing. Probably would end up-
Second story.
Okay, you know what?
doorway.
Sure,
Yeah.
a ladder and a trapdoor exist, and this door opens outwards. That checks out. It's no matter though, because the knock's coming on this door.
Can't fucking hear you. This ear's dead.
After a moment, a snow-covered figure enters the room.
Don't strike this one
Oh.
yet.
Did you find her? Did you find her, Paul?
It's the dad.
To be clear, this man
Yeah.
does not look exactly like
No, he looks a lot like Kaylin.
a lot like, but not the spitting image of.
Well, you guys just got a glance at him. He's still wearing that same coat Kaylin's wearing now, but like fixed up more nicely.
I mean, it wouldn't be too surprising for Kaylin to look a lot like his
Oh
father.
yeah, no, they look a
So,
lot alike.
don't attack this one.
Rebecca's not making hostile action yet.
Good.
Actually, you know what? There is
Oh, you very much can.
something I do need to start tracking.
Oh no.
No, tracks how cold people are getting, so frostbite.
No, you guys I think you guys lit the fire. in
Yeah.
real life.
Fire is.
I also have
fire
a warm
is
blanket
physically
canonically
burning.
wrapped around me.
I have a plaid winter jacket, canonically.
I don't. I
Wrapped
have a
around
weapon
me.
and an animal paw.
You're
Well,
cold.
I'm an old gossip and you're a hunter, so.
I also have multiple sources of flame on my body, so I'm doing.
Okay, and that's a global track
Rebecca
there.
got stuck in the cold one time, not happening again.
Get ready if you stay ready.
Actually, it'd be there.
Exactly.
Dual, and that's 2.
He went out and it was cold one time, kidnapped the baby. Just really, you gotta watch yourself. Frostbite, got a kid, gotta work 2 jobs for 20 years, you know. Watch yourself
What's the
out
other
there.
job?
You can see.
This.
Okay, the man who just entered is shaking profusely.
Dealing with all you fucks.
Can you just wait this year? Dad, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. You get the fire, go. Of course, Thank you. I need something warm. Just one moment. I just. Do you see anything? Yeah, I just went out and I don't remember. Why don't? Who are all of you? What are you all doing here? What?
Oh, is he seeing us?
Fell.
We broke
Kaylin, get away.
construct.
How long ago did he die? like in terms of like years, not like specifically.
Same time the rest of the family died.
You know how long ago was that?
I've established that fact multiple times.
I know it was like 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rebecca would have been alive.
I mean, Emma would have been for sure.
Yeah, you two probably. He
I
would
was
have,
here.
Yeah,
so
he would
I'm
you
from
probably
here,
yeah.
recognize you. Rebecca would have been a child and kept to
I mean,
herself.
20 years can do a lot visually.
Did we?
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
like-
was always ugly.
Honestly, you're 3.
Marrow has somehow aged really well. That one, not at all.
I
Well,
mean,
unless
he
you go to
would.
the skin.
Aged
He would
like
still. He would still
Well, no, it's not the
recognize.
same. It was always bad.
I've been
That
telling
one
everyone
is
I'm
like
a little bit
probably
age like honey.
recognize- He would probably recognize like Hendersonson because that man is not. He still looks. He's always looked old. Rebecca was fully a child and avoided you all much more than she does
Was his
now.
body ever found?
Yeah, it was buried.
Yep.
Okay.
This is social Rebecca. Before Cass, she was even more reclusive.
Having a kid changes you.
Marrow,
Exactly.
is that you?
Yup.
What are you doing?
I'm not gonna respond to Emma.
Oh,
at
no.
all.
No, this doesn't make any.
Just staring at him like he's an interesting passage in a book.
We would go back to rooting through drawers.
This man sees you. You gets back to looting his house.
Yeah.
Some
I'm not
things.
looting. I'm not taking anything.
Some things. Why can I? I shouldn't be able to feel my hand.
Yep.
It's
Um,
a memory.
You've turned on your sight while looking at this new. Because I imagine you've just been turning it off on and off
Yeah.
regularly.
Truly distressing.
Whenever
sight.
anything interesting happens, it turns on and then back off again.
New development. Check. Check.
Yep. So I imagine you've been staring silently at this new arrival, because what has entered this building exists physically, and you recognize him.
It's Virgil Moss.
Morrow Lap Sutton, Antonio's cook, with his throat torn out, is standing in the doorway, following the motions of Finnegan.
Oh
Are you gonna inform
I
Rebecca
can-
of this development?
No!
This is a full-on fucking zombie.
my
Yeah.
god. Your father prepared you for this moment.
Extensively.
Just like
Okay.
previous ice constructs
Yeah,
have
can
just
read
resulted
that
in
Nora's
like the
upset.
glance of.
No, you can see that doors. Something's going on, but it could be any number.
She's
of
usually
things.
just pointed out things of that's ice. That's not what it looks like. This she starts to do that, and then it's just probably the like the faint blizzard appearance of her power being active flicks on and off a couple of times, like she's double checking
Wipes
what
your
she's
eyes.
seeing.
Foolish.
Playing a head empty character so
and
hard. I have
just
like
like-
4 thoughts about what this could be, but I don't have. Rebecca does not voice them.
Oh my hand.
At
Someone
least your
turned on the
character's
fire.
paying
It's
attention.
cold in here.
It is on. Stop complaining.
There's not enough heat. I'm not warm enough yet.
Well, you're dead,
This is
so.
him talking, and the kid.
You don't.
The,
Well, I mean-
the guy I'm
I
talking
don't-
to is a dead guy.
Why don't you
We don't know that.
I mean, we do.
No, we do know that.
Oh,
He's
that's
been buried.
Like, there's literally 2 dead guys right
Two
there
dead guys right
overlapping each
here.
other.
Seth is talking to the one that he knows is
Sure,
dead.
sure.
Just
Oh.
like tone that a sentence that should sound like comforting and advisory, and is just like,
You know, actually, roll the.
why don't we try putting this on the Bunsen burner and see
roll
what,
the roll the
what
sieve.
happens?
Roll the sieve.
The sieve. The
How good are
sieve.
you at lying?
Are you trying to
Deceit,
tell me to burn him?
Deceit. She has a point in that. So 1s and 2s will be successes.
Nope,
0
it's a one.
successes.
Okay, you know what?
Another one?
7.
No, it's a 7.
Yeah, 7s.
As he goes to walk past you, he kind of like stops next to you. Something smells delicious.
frog?
What are you?
Steps away when he takes the frog.
Ugh.
Oh, that's some good shit.
No.
What is supposed to happen when they eat them?
Can I have some?
With your false information.
Just does not
He
want
like
this.
snatches the bag and like starts like
The frozen frogs.
eating the frozen frogs.
Charlie mouths the person's actual name to Marrow.
As he does so, the room feels like it's getting slightly warm.
That's not a good thing.
He explodes.
Oh, food really warms the stomach up.
Merrow's just gonna put himself in between you and the double dead guy.
Steph's just like continuing to move into other rooms and check things out.
Rebecca is by the fire.
What the fuck am I doing?
Being dead.
What is your name?
I'm Finnegan. Finnegan Shepherdson.
What happened here?
Dad, what are you doing? This would be, I think, Val.
What happened to Mabel?
What happened to? Oh. And I think for a brief moment, like right after you say that, you feel a great gust of warm wind blow through the cabin. And for a brief
nice.
moment, all illusion is dispelled. You can see the real level of snow outside, and it's more like 1.5 feet.
Yeah, the normal ones.
The drawing is hung on the wall. You can see the corpse standing with a bag full of frozen frogs.
Yeah.
Seven's fully.
So his throat is slit and the frogs are
Bell-
alive. Are they crawling out
His
on
throat's
the
like
other?
torn out.
You can see, well,
When he swallows the frog, does
That
it
is
just fall
funny.
out of his throat?
no. They just kind of disappear. You can see mashed up bits of frozen frog in its mouth, some of the teeth broken from the effort of trying to chew something frozen.
That's me.
Seven's fully like not in the room. It's like everybody like, and Steph's just like, oh, weird.
What do you mean you're not in the room? You?
Steph kept rooting around the house.
It's not a full-on house. It's like a
Wait, well,
one-room building.
Yeah.
Big.
Just looking at other things.
Okay, so anyways, the illusion entirely disbanded for a brief moment, and in the door, like on top of the ladder with the trapdoor that leads to the roof is Virgil Moss, with his brow furrowed.
Look at that thing.
They're trying to pull us into something. I fear what would happen if we go along with the story. We need to learn what we must without falling to that, he says, pointing towards the corpse.
Ugh.
You
Things
mean
that tear our
dying
throats out.
again?
You hear something outside the cabin,
Oh, lovely.
padding around.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab
more of those
a
things.
branch from the
Draws
fire
the
I was ready
cutlasses
to
that
go.
and toss
Marrow
one to
has.
each of you.
Make preparations. I
Yeah.
can't hold this off for long. It shouldn't be this strong.
Just looking out of the window, trying to find the.
Considering that
We're
this
in
is
the
likely
center of
where
its
all of
power.
this
Holding the
mess
branch at arm's
started.
length.
I've got a branch in one hand and an axe in the other.
Virgil, if we go up onto the roof, do you think it can get us?
it's no wonder that
Being
it's
in-
strongest here.
In this place.
They are
Dogs can-
wolves.
Dogs
No.
can climb ladders.
They're dogs.
Sheepdogs.
Yes. They're circling the cabin.
Well, yeah, but they can't climb the vertical side of the house.
How do
The door opens in.
Prepare yourselves. I can't
The
hold this
door
off
opens
for
out.
much longer. Okay, so is what do you guys want to do during this moment of time
I
where
am
this
going-
illusion
Door
is
opens
written?
out.
Staying
Rebecca has
away
thrown all of us
from
flaming wood.
windows and doors, holding this branch that I have
Give
been
us
handed
fire.
at arm's length and holding the
Fire's
fiery
best
end
thing in
away
fighting
from
ice
me.
spirits.
Nora does not vibe with fire.
Okay.
Do you think if
Door opens outward, right? And then there's the thing
Stick
on
'em with
if
the
there
hot
were
end.
if there were spices in
I am
don't
not
know,
exactly
maybe if there
useful
were
if this
spices in,
becomes a fight.
Memory, maybe there's like scarring so you could throw it.
Out of character. None of us are.
Wait, none of us are what?
particularly great at this.
You're the most competent at fighting of all of us.
Yeah, I am a hunter.
All of my characters are the same level of incompetence, so it was all the
We're
same.
both. I just can use if I can use force in the fight.
Okay, so
then-
if there's
Hi, I'm
nothing
a
else you guys
hunter.
want to do during this moment of clarity, the illusion will come back.
Go
I'm
up
getting
out of the
fire.
top of the house.
I will throw something in front of the door. Is there like large furniture in here?
There's the beds I mentioned, which have
I
bed
will
frames.
fully pick up and throw a bed into the door frame to keep it from opening.
Maybe
Okay.
don't throw it, it's gonna shatter.
Do you get any help with that?
I mean, I'm not going to fully throw it, but I will jam the bed up there, and I do not. I'm stronger
The
than
corpse-
probably three of you
The
combined.
standing
make
corpse
sure
would
the-
stagger out of the way as you do so.
Gonna make sure the path to the trapdoor up to the roof is accessible if we
I am
need
not
that
giving
That's gonna go out
Kaylin.
the
I'm
top
not
of the
giving Kaylin a fire. I'm kind of tempted to give the zombie one though.
Don't give him fire.
funny.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
don't
diametrically
give him-
opposed to it.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
also
He probably doesn't want to be
the,
here.
It's
the
like giving
body,
a zombie a
the body
plant.
it's
They're not-
taken over.
Plants versus
That
zombies.
person had
Exactly.
a contract ability
My
to be
brain
fireproof.
went, that's the plot of Wall.
God damn it, that's my only split. I
That's
was going to light his ass
So
on fire.
I don't know if that would affect anything or not.
We have established that most spirits are pretty bad at telling if people are alive or not.
I would like
Would,
to go on to
would
the
Nora be curious? And no, Nora isn't the
I will not go to
impulsive
the
one
roof
of my
purely because if I fall,
characters,
I'll
but
die.
she is
Yeah, because you're
curious.
old.
Would you have raised that information? Because Rebecca
Stay on
probably
the ground
doesn't
until
know
there's
that.
no other choice.
And knowing that this motherfucker might not
Because
be able
middle
to-
names in this community are determined by your contract, I'm pretty sure you would know this guy's a fire contract at least.
Okay.
Or the corpse had a fire contract before it died.
Oh, so he could just like turn it on.
Is choosing a fireproof roost intentional? Trying to defend from
Okay, what music do I
using
want to
fire against it, or is it just happenstance?
Going up onto the roof.
Or is it just that it's
how's Kaylin reacting to all
targeting
this shit?
Going up onto the roof before the
Only-
illusion comes
Um,
back. How many wolves are there?
Unless I'm
actually,
misremembering.
you know,
all
he's
of-
asleep in one of the beds.
Dogs.
Unless
Okay.
I'm
The one
mis-
you threw.
Unless I'm misremembering, all of the victims of these creatures have been in the employ of Antonio.
That's
Is
fair.
that just
Antonio's
Well,
coincidence?
No.
No, the
was also
butler's
Rex'
mom
mother.
wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
She just worked for the town loosely,
Mm.
so that would
But-
be crazy though.
Yeah, but she, like,
there is a
Ooh,
tie
no.
there. though.
isn't somebody commonly that's, like, she doesn't stay in the safe areas in the town.
Well, yeah, no, but it's saying like she wasn't employed by Antonio.
Yeah.
Although her son was.
Yep.
Might just be coincidence then.
Yeah, Seth went onto the roof before the illusion came back. How many dogs are there?
Alright. I'll say there's a total of 6 of them. Though there is an extra ring around that, of 12 goats that are trotting through the snow in a circle.
Oh, Antonio bought the goats
He did get
and
the
went
ghost.
and was going to slaughter them for meat.
Okay,
Neither
my-
of the goats
Oh.
died. Oh dear.
Interesting.
Can I look around and see if there's any like collars or leashes or dog toys or anything that would be connected to?
Well, as you
these
start the
dogs?
search, the illusion snaps back in place.
Can I still see the dogs?
That one would still be able
No.
to see through it, though.
No, when you turn your piercing gaze on, you can see through both ice constructs and the snow outside, so you cannot see the dogs either way. As
Oh, that's not good.
Although if there is like anything actually
I'm looking for
physical
like
from the dogs,
physical, long abandoned stuff. Like, is there like an old collar or an old ball?
Oh,
or
inside the room
something?
itself?
Yeah.
Do they leave footprints?
Thinking maybe something connected to these
collars are a
dogs.
modern thing.
True.
You might find some dog food.
Do they leave footprints?
Just picks that up.
Maybe something connected
They
to
leave
these
footprints
dogs
in the
could
layer
be
of
used.
snow outside, which is also invisible when that
Yeah,
vision
that's
turns
true.
on.
That's true.
Perhaps the
The
perhaps
dogs,
we
I
could use
believe,
this
were
to
invisible
distract them
the last
or
time
something?
Nora.
Well, there are 6
Saw
dogs and there are 12 goats beyond that.
Oh dear.
I
And they're loyal
don't
to
think
their
anybody
master
can see them right now
probably.
because obviously the memory is.
I hate to suggest this,
Um,
but should we start burning
Oh.
things?
There might be.
And then
We're starting-
there's Finnegan's shaking the bag upside down and now empty. That was pretty alright. That was. Oh.
Staying
So
away
high.
from zombie guy trying to.
She's
Those
trying
different
to.
frogs.
No, these
This
are the
doesn't
same
make any
dogs.
sense.
They're not.
What's
Aren't
she
they?
trying
No.
to do?
The ones from.
Damn it, Celine! Why do you have to be asleep?
Celine is dead.
We're all dead.
The long sleep.
All of us here.
Yeah.
I mean, not
What
yet.
does hot ice mean to you?
Well, we're here. Let's interrogate it.
Philosophically.
Philosophically.
It would.
Okay.
It's the first of the 2 goddesses, the one that meets you, and it burns.
We do still have
It
questions.
burns. I think that's why people are buried, so they don't have to feel the touch of her,
I
because
feel
it
like we have a
burns.
question left from earlier, and I feel like we should use it on how to kill these constructs.
Well, I was gonna say we need to be able to figure out how to look through the memory and not be burdened by it, because right now we can't see what we need to fight.
That's not
Yes.
pertinent. No, that's
Yes.
not a question we could ask. I don't believe.
No, because the ice makes the memories. It makes them
Memory is
manifest.
the domain of this demon. This is not.
But it is constructed.
The corpse
by
would
her.
stagger over, or I guess Finnegan would stagger over to sit next to Kaylin in bed, and then the next moment Kaylin would sit up, eyes wide, and they both speak in symphony.
Is the other kid doing default AI poses in the corner?
Yes, pretty much. Pretty much just oblivious of you guys' existence, kind of shivering in a corner.
His T-pose going, walking into walls.
I guess no, it would be Kaylin talking. Finnegan's silent right now. Ugh. The snow came early that year. And as I said, when it snows, we can't get to town anymore. It would be a problem. We had the flock already in their pens, and we had plenty of food for winter. It was a perfect, opportunity, really. Mom was, trying to get closer to her contracted spirits, and the early snows gave her more time that year to get closer to ice. So she went out to do her spirity thing, and, well, I'm sure she was fine. Mabel was always her mother's daughter. So cooped up with me, my brother, and Dad, I mean, she got kind of antsy. It wasn't really a problem. I mean, sure, we fought a lot, but that's nothing new. No. It wasn't a problem until she left. It must have been early in the morning when she did, because by the time we noticed she was gone, all we found was the track. going up the path. I don't blame my dad. I really don't. It's not his fault. He couldn't leave Fel and I alone. We really hadn't shown any capacity for cooking at that age, and there are other dangers in the winter, especially with Mother gone. She was usually the one who'd protect us against monsters or the sorts. And with her off, well, he wasn't about to leave us behind, so following Mabel's track, Fel and I followed Dad to the cabin. Because that's where we'd assumed she'd gone. We'd either find her collapsed along the way, or, you know, waiting in the cabin for us. It was childish to go running off like that, but it's not like it's the first time Mabel's gone running off. It was the last. And then I think Finnegan would his eyes would glaze over somewhat. Dad, did you find her? Not yet. Go back to sleep. I'll go looking tomorrow morning. I can't look through the night. I just can't. I'm sure she'll be fine. She knows. Give me something more and I'll go out again in a few hours. No, an hour. I can do this. I'll get something ready, Fel says.
He could not.
What he prepares is a pine needle tea. It seems the food rations in this cabin have already been depleted somewhat. Judging by the state of everyone present, they must have been here for over a day already. It is dark out. Just get me something warm and I'll head right out. I'm freezing. And unless you guys intervene, Finnegan would drink some pine needle tea and turn towards the door.
Yes.
Alright, so we
Finnegan.
can, but
Well, I'm just worried the dog will come in.
yeah, but what other solution do we have?
I know, but if we don't see it, that's what I'm worried about.
Where
That's
have
true.
you searched so far?
Because I think ultimately we're gonna have to do
He
something.
ignores you. The illusion having reasserted itself.
Yeah, because you're the only one
On
who can probably
himself.
physically stop him.
Yeah,
That's why I was just asking.
I will do so.
Your hand passes through his shoulder and you feel something slimy underneath.
Ooh.
Whatever it is that I feel, I grab onto it, even if it is disgusting as all fuck.
Okay.
Don't forget you have fire. All of you have fire.
I'm on the roof.
I gave you fire.
I know. I'm on the roof.
He would actually, you know what? Upon you touching him, he would freeze.
Freeze, it turned into ice, or freeze stop
No,
moving?
no, stop moving.
It's
It's
an
incredibly
important
relevant
question
in
to
this
the
specific
supernatural and
situation.
dramatic
Yeah.
aspects of everything happening.
Pretty
There's a
much.
reason I asked about the bear or bear thing earlier.
Because
Your
there's-
skin. It's warm.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw his ass into the fireplace.
No, you are not.
Let him talk first.
That's because I'm still.
I'm so cold.
Sit by the fire.
The fire isn't hot enough. I'm so
And a person is.
cold.
People are less hot than
Can
fire.
I-
Right?
We could light you on fire.
Have some of your heat. He says, turning to you.
I'm just. Marrow's going to
Marrow.
keep him in
Oh.
place.
Old friend, I need this. I need this.
Oh no.
I'm
Yeah.
gone. I need
I'm
this.
throwing him in the
I-
fucking
I'm
fire.
well aware
Yeah,
that
I
you
don't.
are
I
dead.
think it's time to act.
It's time.
It's time to duel.
It's time to duel.
I'm just gonna fucking clothesline him with my arm.
Okay. Roll force.
I'll calculate whether or not I have advantage to this later.
I would
2 successes. Do I have advantage from fire or my axe? I doubt.
I mean, if you're using your arm, the
Uh,
axe.
no,
probably
using the bonus side of an axe to push something, that gives you advantage.
Okay,
Totally.
then critical success.
Alright,
I'm ripped.
I'm gonna say that.
aiming for the fire.
Did you close the door to the fireplace?
What? There's a door
There
to the
is a
fire.
door
Oh,
to the
sorry.
fireplace?
For some reason, my brain was just cast iron fireplace as default. But no, this would be an open stone fireplace.
Also, no. Even if there was a door, I would have ripped the door if
Yeah,
it's
especially if
hinges.
we were really cold, because it's like.
Keeping that fire
I'm not
as
cold, I'm trying to
open and
banish the
accessible
devils.
and probably been piling more
Okay.
wood onto
Yep.
it.
Nope. That's easy. Home run. He goes tumbling into the fireplace, and in a moment, the room smells awful.
I'm glad I'm on the roof.
What's that? What is this?
And then, a brief moment later, the fire flickers and turns black as it burns upon his skin.
How old is his body? Because if he's freshly killed, then it smells
Fresh.
like ham.
What?
It's freshly killed.
Fresh.
Then it smells like ham.
Well, and
Ew.
burning hair and burning clothes.
Yeah, yeah,
And
but burning flesh smells like pig.
Because
As previously
You'll be able
established,
to see
people
through
meat and pig
the whole
meat
thing.
really similar.
What exactly did I even put my hand on?
shoulder.
Why was it slimy then?
he was a
Frogs.
corpse.
Two different.
Is it like a blood on the shoulder thing, or like?
He was wearing clothing.
To be
So
moisturized.
Or
what
like
did I put my hand on? That was
body
I'm not,
slimy.
decay.
I'm not going to answer you. You don't get an answer for this.
What would they see? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. It was like blood. Neck gets ripped out. Blood goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
it's like somewhat dried and coagulated, and it's cold out.
okay, so that's
All right.
that.
So, right after being pushed in the fire, Finnegan would start to push himself to his feet,
Maybe try
still
snow,
flaming.
cold.
Maybe,
instead
yeah,
of-
if the body's got a fire contract, maybe
We
this
don't-
isn't gonna work.
We don't
Now we
have an
close the
exact
door.
we don't have an exact opposite to hot ice. We
I
have
mean-
I
cold
don't wanna
ice
do
with
this.
snow.
I'm
we have
sorry.
I
hot
can't
air with
stop.
fire, but
He starts to say
Decapitation.
before.
Just
Roll
fucking.
a slay.
I will also, if I may, swing my
Oh,
axe into his
God.
back.
You give advantage to this action.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I'll
it's
just
confined
take-
space.
Yeah, I'll just drop my axe into his back.
What's your sleigh? Oh.
2.
In lieu of advantage, can I increase your skill by
Do you,
one?
do you have a weapon you're using for that? in
Yeah, the
your
cutlass.
inventory? Oh, you have.
Yeah, so that's a
using an
full
item would
success.
be
Yeah,
an
you have a full
advantage.
Actually, you're a
I imagine,
pirate.
yeah, the pirate
which
roll might also
give
work for
you-
inflicting violence.
Pirate's not specific enough to this type of violence. It's like
That's true.
you're not on a ship or
You're
anything.
not trying to
so-
rob him.
Yeah,
Nope, I'm just.
but the
Off
cutlass
with the head.
would
Just
give
hear a
advantage.
clank down there and a crack.
But
all right, Queen of Hearts.
the nature of what's going on, there's 2 instances of a disadvantage going against you right now due
That-
to
So,
In that
reasons.
case, may I make a check against him?
you gave one instance. We're just covering one thing at a time.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, how many? You got 2 instances of an advantage. 1 from cutlass, 1 from help, and then you got those both countered. So how many successes total you have now? Zilch. You didn't roll any successes up first.
Yeah.
No. No one in this party is actually competent at fighting except the
Hello?
old man.
Would
you're on the roof!
Hello? You
Would
fully
fire-
fucked out of this
would the fire-
conversation.
Yeah, 'cause
Don't
I
act
thought
like
that-
you're healthy.
I thought we had problems outside.
On the other hand, I'm pretty sure with that.
Oh no, the
I will
zombie.
yell
Provide any
upstairs.
help with this,
Hey.
or-
Right.
We're not
Okay,
against someone.
so you go to
corpses
strike
are
at him,
burning.
and he lunges forward, diving under the cutlass. It bites in to his shoulder, barely, but his continued rush makes it so that his recent injury goes and ends up smearing itself upon your arm. That blood, like napalm, burns in black fire.
Ew.
Um,
Can I have a fire
you know what?
extinguisher as my weapon?
I'm gonna just
I
track
have
this as a
something
separate
strange.
thing.
Can it be a fire
This is not
extinguisher?
damage, but your arm is burning with black flame. No, actually, no. Well, I should use the systems that already exist. You take 3 ruin.
Fucking hell.
Don't roll 5 ones.
Roll it. You have to roll on it.
I mean, you're probably fine.
I am probably not fine.
I'm gonna come down from the roof.
You're alive.
That's actually really
one.
good
Yeah, you're
considering that's
probably fine.
one fail.
On 5 dice with 5 health, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
You need to roll like astronomically poorly to die.
Okay.
Can I come
So-
down from the roof?
Something's happening. Right after, like right after that happens, you start burning. His like kind of staggers. I feel warmer. I don't want to do this. I can't stop.
Did you do it somewhere else?
How
You're
high
so
off the,
warm.
how high off the ground are the windows?
This place doesn't have any windows.
You
Oh,
said
well, I
it
guess
did.
that makes it easier.
Did I?
No, I don't think it.
We could see
Yeah,
outside,
we could see
so
through the
yes.
windows.
I thought.
Yeah, we
think
could
we
see
should-
outside so we could see that the.
Oh,
It
talking
had
about the
advanced
layers of
windows.
snow. Yeah,
Escape.
that's true.
Should we try
What kind of?
escape?
There are.
They'd be
fuck ton of
open
undead
shutter
outside.
windows, I guess. It's not like.
Up on the roof?
But we know that's well, I guess it's too many. It's just that we know the fire
We can't really make them out.
like goes against them, but we don't know
In this
what
setting,
against
wait.
this person.
What kind of windows would make sense in this setting? I don't think.
Just like a glass
Like,
pane.
Just like a
Probably
glass
not so much glass, but like the windows that are essentially like keyboards that you can shove open and close.
Like
Yeah,
Oh,
shutters.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
can be
trying to
sealed
throw 'em
around
out
the
the window.
edges.
It's on fire.
Rebecca will.
And
Unnamed spooky
Yeah, roll
supernatural
force.
fire.
If anyone's gonna do it.
There's going to.
With
I
advantage,
tried to
there's
help here.
any of you want to assist
only
me?
one
No,
case
it's-
of a disadvantage going on right now because he was staggered from the previous exchange.
And by that I mean one of you could like open the shutters and close them after. I don't expect
Yeah, I can
any
do
of
that
you to
part.
I think
actually
they were
contribute to a
pre-established as
fight.
being open.
Yeah, they're already.
Jesus fuck.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Bad.
2 10s, an 8, and a 5.
If I like
Oh,
shot him in,
Jesus.
if I like did what you would normally do to kill somebody with that hurt, he's kind of already dead.
Let's see.
Well, let's resolve this first.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if
I
he
have
doesn't
a
have a
instance
head,
of
he can't
advantage.
move very
I can't
well.
really throw him with my axe.
Or
So
something.
that is just the one instance from that cancels out. So that's 0. Just a flat 0.
All right. You go to grab him, and you do manage to make him stagger again by starting to shove him again, but you quickly cease contact and your hands start to burn.
You might want to strip the gloves
Can I
off.
just like hit him?
Actually, you would notice, like, actually, never mind. This isn't something that anyone would notice yet. Your hands are just burning.
Can I?
You're probably wearing gloves. I'm wearing a jacket. I haven't stripped the jacket off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'd-
but it's our flesh that's burning, probably not our clothing.
Can I?
It's soul fire.
Having
Is
heard the commotion.
it spreading or is it just?
Slowly, it's slowly spreading, but we haven't gone long enough. Like, we're kind of in an initiative situation now, so.
Rebecca does not
If I have to
respond
lose
to
an
her
arm
hands being
too,
on
I
fire.
will. I don't care.
Having
I can irritate.
Do we want to figure out how to fix this? Like, what do we do?
I think we have bigger.
I feel like we have a
I'm
question
still
that
going
we
to
Well,
need
no,
to
that's what
ask.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like,
Again.
How
Can I?
to fight
Well,
these
I was gonna
things would
do something.
probably be
yeah, you go first.
useful.
I
So
just don't know
again,
what is with
circling
this.
back to how do we kill it?
Because I'm just really not.
Question we should ask.
So, you guys want to ex machina a question to me?
Well, I was just gonna
You
try
go
and take its
first.
head though.
Oh, you're just gonna be.
You go
Yeah.
No head, no
You do that
movement.
first.
No
Like,
head,
you're
no
not
problem.
fighting.
How are you
Even
doing
less
this?
so than that, so.
I have a weapon in my inventory.
What type of weapon?
Let's say, I'll just go with the classic axe. Good one.
Axe party,
And
let's
then
go.
can I just try and like take his head off?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Roll slay.
Do I get advantage for being a hunter?
It cancels out the one instance of disadvantage you'd be under.
And then you have an instance of advantage from weapons here.
Okay, you have one instance of advantage then.
Wow, I rolled really bad. Never mind.
That's still a partial success.
Partial success.
All right. Swing the axe, and the music needs to change. This is gotten more violent progressively,
Why do I
so
keep
I
dropping
feel like the music
dice?
needs to change.
Roll like a foot.
I'm not. Oh wait, no. Of course I have music for this.
Honestly, at no point today have my lungs tried to exit my body, so honestly, I think I'm
Sorry.
How could you? I said it was fine. I didn't know you
Something
knocked
to shut
over
the
one of my
dice
dice
towers.
towers.
The way
Second place.
the axe hits into his neck, and for a brief moment, the illusion shatters.
Oh, that's good. Probably.
It seems to have gotten stuck in his spine, frozen at the core. And you can see it. Well, the fire is very much real. Not much else is. You can see through previous established window shutters that are open. Kalen, that's Virgil Moss outside with his hands up as great gales blow away a pack of dogs trying to repeatedly charge at the
Thank
cabin.
God, superpower guy
Virgil.
is actually doing something. Thank God for Virgil Moss.
Are
I
we
That
know
felt
you'll
bad
hate
when I
him,
said
but like
that
he's
again.
moving up the list.
Not saying
Not
that again.
sure.
That felt
So
wrong.
are we wanting to use our question to find
Yes.
a way to
So you
put
want
down
to do anything in this flash
ice
of like
monsters?
clarity? But because as soon as you do that, there is a splattering of bodily fluids that gets on you, and you do start to burn as well.
Man.
Gaining 2 ruin.
Marrow's going to try and finish the job.
Okay, well, they have 2 people that can choose to do something or give up their initiative
Yep.
before things end.
I would love to help
I'll
somehow, but
follow.
I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
I have nothing
2
added
plus
to
2.
this die,
Can
so.
I'm like,
is there any like
Could I just like, I
would
don't know
there
if
be
this is
any
possible.
water kept anywhere or
I mean, there's snow.
I mean, there is snow. Is there like a bowl or bucket I could use to try and grab some snow to toss at him? See if cold ice. Fire
Well,
hasn't been working for
Sure,
opposing the
there's
ice side of
there's
this.
a bucket in here for that, specifically for that. Though the door is sealed by someone shoving a bed in front of it.
Because also the
And the
dogs are
windows aren't quite.
The snow's not quite to the windows
Yeah.
level, no.
Not the real snow.
Though looking outside at the snow, it's 4 feet high.
The real snow?
I never specified.
It was 1.5
I mean, that one
feet.
would be able to tell.
No, I
No.
wouldn't see the snow. I wouldn't
see the snow anytime.
I would see fake
Seeing
snow,
through
or I
ice.
would see no snow.
Wait, so it hasn't actually been snowing at all?
No, it has.
There,
has.
last confirmation of the actual snow level we got, it was 1.5 feet.
Oh
of
no, I
snow.
just specified the illusion shattered right now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
4
so
feet.
You can reach
Oh, that's-
4 feet of snow from the window.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Go
How
try.
high
and-
is this fucking window?
Okay.
Gonna
There
try
are
and grab a
wolves
Usually
bucket.
windows are
circling.
at about
Has to
head
feel
You want to
level.
risk wolf?
How long have we been
I
here?
mean,
Well,
it was just established
There's no
that,
death monster
that they
made
were
of snow.
getting
Kill
pushed
us.
back by Virgil a bit, so
This is-
I feel like
There's
taking
snow
a
monsters
chance
out
on
here.
a
The snow dragon
roll
is trying
for
to kill us.
It's
and we
not
need to find the rock
natural
dragon.
weather conditions.
bucket full
We
of.
need to summon the rock dragon.
Could I just try to like predict how it's moving or something to help? Because I can't. Me attacking it will do nothing. But
I hurt you.
yeah,
It seems to just. Actually, who here is the youngest?
I'm old.
It's me.
So after the confrontation with the axe
I
there.
think it is me.
Well, actually, how old is Nora?
I think she's probably somewhere in her 30s.
Oh.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, yeah.
Rebecca's
it seems
fully
to
like in her
be
mid-40s.
doubled down on what's his name again?
And the two of you
Seth.
are
Seth.
elders.
It seems to be doubled down on Seth for some reason or another.
Oh man.
Any reason at all that you just asked us.
Sweet. This means I can lure it onto the roof.
Maybe it wants me less because I'm old. And I'm
Yeah,
cold.
because your bones are cold.
I should have had you roll to determine that, but anyway.
Well, that's what I was hoping
you,
to do,
you,
but then...
you figure out
You're a gossip,
that it's
you're
going
good.
for the youngest person here for, because great leaps of logic. But anyways, you figure out it's going for Seth. That's it.
Okay.
And it's lost more than is reasonable. Like at one moment, other people like get closer to it and even bump it a bit, and trying to like hold it in place for Seth to continue to chop into its neck. But it seems to not even pay attention to them in its pursuit of Seth.
Yeah, it's really focused.
So I guess it would be like maybe
So if you want
interface
to
with
attack
some
more shots.
threats to try and grab some ice. Some
No, this would be finesse.
finesse.
I don't have anything for finesse.
And
I'll have it done.
this
No,
one is a disadvantage.
Cass
'cause
is good at that.
This is my
Finesse with a
These
disadvantage.
characters
And any threat.
I
crafty
stopped using
fighters.
flash. Notice I've been just giving people
Yours
points
is
when
very
they take a roll poorly.
Perfect.
Rebecca.
Mine are
Cass is
all-
very fighter, actually.
Mine are all perceptive and charismatic.
Cass is as good at fighters.
I don't have any
SF?
situational
Yeah.
things I can claim for this,
Cass
I
is
don't think.
a weird
So.
trial.
And she has a ritual
Just-
death dagger.
Yeah. just a-
Oh, partial success though? So like maybe like half a bucket full maybe?
Yeah, no. Or I could give you a full bucket.
Why?
With the consequences.
At the low, low cost of
Bucket.
You're
the other hand.
See, I don't know for sure
The
if the
rest of
bucket
your
will help or
fingers.
not.
No,
so.
as you like,
There's no
you
way of
get a
knowing.
full bucket and you
Yeah,
begin
there
to
is.
and
It's a
thing,
very easy way.
you hear growling and something bites onto the other side of the bucket.
Oh no.
Can I
What are dogs?
Can I
scared
Can I try and shove the snow onto that with like a?
That's
Get-
not gonna
get-
work. It's an ice thing.
Nice.
Yeah, those.
I mean, it's
Oh.
it's a hot ice thing, which is
Well, I
why
guess
I'm
it depends on
thinking
how
cold ice might help because applying heat with
Okay,
fire didn't
okay,
help.
hear me
That's
out
so
though. Cold ice and hot ice are fucking. So
If you have, well, maybe you don't.
they're not
I
that
know,
opposed.
but opposites attract.
I'm thinking like some fog or some shit.
Okay,
There is-
I'm gonna leave it at that for this round. Next round tips over. Everyone who's on fire takes 1 ruin and has to roll for it.
Oh no.
All right, both of
I
you
might just die
guys.
here.
Please don't fucking kill me. Because this can kill me in one go.
Hey, you're fine.
I'm slightly less left. I'm at 2 health already.
No injuries.
God bless the tiny dice.
I'm only at 3 right now.
Oh no.
2 more.
1 health. Yay.
Hey, your max health is increased by 1.
Thanks.
Rebecca is
Ellie, let's
fucking
make up
indestructible.
right now.
Let's go. Oh, it's fine. I'll bring both your bodies
I
back.
don't think
if
he's
you
making
die.
it. He's on fire.
If I have to cut off my arm,
If I
just
die, I'm
feel-
spilling every secret I know about all of you.
I think I'm dying first, and you don't know anything on me, anyways.
I literally just met you.
Yeah, I literally
Next
live
round.
most
I
of
can
the
make up
clip.
lies.
Who's doing what first? They still haven't asked me a question.
Listen,
I know.
How do we put out the fucking fire?
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
bold of you to assume.
Do you have 3 people agree?
Yes,
No.
please let me know how.
Put out the fire on their skin
We don't
from
have
the
any-
thing.
It's
Isn't
the
actually
black
on
fire.
the-
Yeah, the black fire.
This is-
Because we don't actually know what it's burning.
Cold
Us.
Your flesh.
Have we actually
Oh, we don't
investigated
have-
what
Well,
it's
it's
burning?
ruined,
No.
so interestingly, we don't know.
It's ruined. It's not
It might be like
immediate
it might be
damage.
like taking over your body.
Regardless, it is a direct
But how to get rid
manifestation
of it is very
hot ice.
important. Because even if we beat the person that we're fighting, if you guys still end up getting ruined and ruined and ruined, that's gonna be a problem, you know?
Yeah, we can kill this motherfucker if we know how to put out his fire. We can try to extrapolate.
Are you not taking damage?
No, I'm indestructible.
It looks like you just like made a football play.
Alright, so can we get? Is everyone in
Yeah. How
agreement?
how to
I
turn off
agree.
black fire?
It might not help us
Alright.
long term.
How to
Yeah.
destroy it?
I was
Honestly,
planning-
I would just get
Okay,
rid of
so
the thing
previously
that's
I was just
still
waiting
on
for you
fire
guys to do
first.
something clever and make that work. But now
Now I have to come up with something.
Ay, ay, ay. I was just going to cut off the dude's head. We're finished.
That
Good
was
job.
my plan.
Well, we can do that too, but you need to know how to get it off of you.
Yeah. And we can probably.
My first plan was remove the thing
My
that
my
came in
current
contact with the fire first. Whether that's the jacket, if that's not the jacket, then the arm,
But you didn't
and then deal with it
remove
from
in
there.
one round, so it might have like I just don't know if it like snuck through.
We haven't done
My
anything with
current
it. That's the
grand
thing.
plan
Okay,
to get rid of
well,
fire
can't
is
do
to
it
be
for
like,
you.
hey, I'm gonna die.
Within the notes you guys read, there was some theorization of this new manifestation of undeath.
Mhm.
A lot of the versions of undeath that the kingdom worked with had to do either with biological perpetuity, or some things had to do with changing something from biological to physical to some degree. A few were temporal or memory based, but those had different bases than anything related to ice or heat concepts. Those were usually related to suffering or pain on some trajectory of related concepts. No. Those who did study these two manifestations of hot ice within their compound came to determine that the capability for it to bring back anything dead was tied to its was predicated on it getting over the memories that thing had of the past. As in, if something still had something tying it to its past self before its death, it could not come back.
That's very good to know.
And I'll tell you how this connects to the fire bit, because it does.
Use an item of your past.
I have an item of my past. It's called my sister, but she's not here right now.
Then you put it to
my
death.
swords are technically an item from my past.
I'll invent photography and show you a picture.
That's your next check. Invent photography.
It was noted that any capabilities of hot ice were intensified greatly when the entity possessing the powers was removed from any original contexts in which it used to exist in. Additionally, something affected by the powers of hot ice were more greatly affected when they were removed from the previous contexts. There is a brief mention of proper burial making things resistant to, but not invulnerable to the effects of hot ice.
Okay, sir, go back to explain that to me like I'm stupid.
Yeah, sorry, I don't understand.
Staying here good or bad?
And also, do we need something from
Any hot
Marrow's
ice effects
past?
are weakened as long as you stick to any previous memories related to the thing perpetrating them.
Okay.
So trying.
The
so,
question-
Sorry,
so
you
perhaps
just.
trying
I understood
to
it, and now I'm confused.
And I understood
so,
none of it.
So trying to remind these things of
So do we?
who and what they are could be a useful thing to try to do to oppose them.
Yes.
Or
Yeah, but we want to
The
remind
question
But
ourselves.
do we remind Marrow or Finnegan?
Yeah,
Or
that's
do we
the question.
remind ourselves to get rid of the
Isn't that
fire?
the cook's name?
No,
It is-
I'm Marrow.
No,
No,
what's
the cook's name is Marrow.
Hold up.
There's two mirrors.
There's two Marrows and oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
There's Marrow and then there's a different spelling of Marrow.
Yeah, there's fully his name's Marrow.
It's like Brad.
So wait, so if
Just Marrow is the
does
sports
reminding us
equivalent
of
of John.
memories of our past
Morrow.
ward off?
Morrow.
Yeah, there
So
we go.
does reminding us of memories of our past ward off fire?
To some degree,
Or like weakens.
it could,
like
but basically I'm saying reminding Finnegan of his humanity and his
Of
past.
his humanity.
Yes.
Yeah, reminding
will have a greater
these,
effect.
This-
Because he's the
reminding
one
these
causing
reanimated
the effect in the
things
This
first
is
of
Finnegan,
who
not
they
the cook.
were, how they died,
Yeah,
the
the-
fact that you are dead,
The
things.
cook
The
is just
cook's
the body.
dead,
he's riding
dead.
it.
Yeah, the cook's
Um,
gone.
But though the cook could also be a viable target.
But I also think the
weird
cook is
idea.
probably less sentimental.
Yeah.
Just as far as this character.
Well, I had
But
a
also
weird-
not conscious.
We're
You have to do
also
it for purely
not in
physical
the
means.
cook's house.
Yeah, whereas we are in Finnegan's.
I had a weird idea.
And also, like, as the moments go on, the body becomes more and more mutilated
him
and
the-
less similar to its previous self.
Show him the
I was thinking
The drawing that's on the wall.
here's the
Is
rock
there a-
dragon
It's
beating
been
the
brought up
ice
so many
dragon.
times. Chekhov's drawing.
Chekhov's drawing.
Is there a wooden sword?
If you see a
anywhere in
drawing
this
on the
house?
wall,
They must kill someone in the third act.
I have no.
You know what?
So bad at doing things.
I'm gonna say this is like a split second thing that can happen between combat rounds. Roll me detect.
And more importantly, who made the sword? Did he say?
His dad did make this sword for him.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Take off his own head with the sword.
Yeah, that's
Are we
Oh, I
all
fucking
rolling
failed.
detect or just you?
But the rest of you may also want to get on this because I'm fucking.
No, what? No, you
blind as
remembered
hell.
it. Let's. Actually, you know what?
Would it
I
be
would
re-
the fact that you remembered it,
Would it be
I'm just gonna
recall?
give it to you. The bed you moved, it was under it.
Oh my
It
god!
was laying on the ground there.
Thank God, because I've got a terrible detect score in all my characters.
So yeah, there's a wooden sword there on the ground.
I have a question.
Yes.
So like herding dogs, sheepdogs, those make a specific noise, and these guys, yeah, but you get used to how dogs sound.
Woof, woof.
I have an animal call in my inventory. Can I use that?
Sure.
To help out?
But
Is it gonna
at the
breathe?
moment, the illusion has reasserted itself,
Alright.
so you can't hear or see the dogs.
Well,
Hey,
yeah, but I
so
don't
with the
need
sword,
to
which
hear or
one?
see
That's
them
true.
because I can make that sound.
That's true.
Okay, with this sword, should I drive it through his chest or give it to him?
Can I just do animal
I
call
think
and
Give
just
it, I
sound
think
like
give it to
You
him.
just like show
one
it
of his
to him and be
children?
like, you're
Give
you
it to
shouldn't
him.
do this, and
is,
also Kalen's
and
still alive, and
Probably like
you're gonna
this
hurt
is
him.
yours. Remember?
Actually, if you could have Kalen put the sword on him.
Kalen is in his bed, eyes wide, like kind of shivering, like panicked.
Yes,
Yeah.
if one of you charisma characters
I
can
have-
convince Kalen to use the sword on his father,
I
not
don't
in
think-
any real sense.
Or at least, okay. I mean,
Because
I
I
have.
think that would be a level of sentimentality that would get to him.
Yeah, I have 1 point to sway.
I have 1 health.
So do you.
I have 1 point.
Oh, I
in
guess you're
sway.
locked with the wolf, though.
I have,
Okay, you know what? Anyone can roll sway at any time right now for this. One of you just has to decide to do it.
I'll do it.
I will give you advantage because you're holding the sword out to him.
Yeah.
I will
Can I
toss
use
the
an
sword
animal
to you.
call to also give advantage?
No.
No, man. But I can't sound like Mabel.
Here,
Do you
kid,
think it'll help
here's
that I?
the sword.
Do you think it'll help that I probably actually knew Finnegan since I'm old?
Yeah, you
Maybe.
remember again.
Maybe, and you do look the same because you always look
Okay,
terrible.
okay. Sure. Sure.
He had a crush on
Buttons.
you for some reason when he was little.
Oh, I did so bad.
So you get a partial success?
I got whatever advantage is unevening. I got no successes on dice.
Well, I gave you an instance of advantage.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
The situation's a bit tough.
Yeah.
You did get another instance of advantage because you're holding the sword out to him. That's a familiar object. So I say you get a partial success.
Okay.
We're also in a familiar place.
Not right now. It's not.
Oh.
Well, no, it kind of counts, but it's like
His kids are here.
His kids are like cowering though.
Well, yeah.
going to try and.
True.
So what do you say to Kaylin?
I think I say. Oh.
Because you're trying to get Kaylin to use the sword, right?
Yeah.
That's what's going on?
My
think-
plan was to convince Kalen to, threaten his father with a sword.
I think I was
Threaten him.
thinking
I
more
don't
like
think that would help.
you should take this and
No, it would be the biggest shock.
show it to your dad.
You
to,
don't want
make him feel a little
bring
better.
him back to his usual self.
Yes, and the best way to do that
I
is
know
to
it's really
shock him
stressful
out of
right
what's
now.
going on.
No, I
And I
do
know
not think
that's
so.
the
This.
No, that is
wrong
not
direction.
going
I
to
just
help.
know this is important to you
It's
guys.
just gonna make it worse.
You want him to feel safe and familiar, and by
Okay.
by
I
being
think I
like,
can-
I'm here to murder
And
you.
as he says this,
Imposing
you know what?
memories
I'm
is
just
gonna be
gonna
the thing that-
say because for this to happen, we do have to have some like movie time stuff going on where the big enemy is not doing anything. So I'm just going to say it was building up some kind of attack of some sort.
Oh
And
no! Rather than that, can I just fucking try to tackle him into something?
No.
No.
Pyre can do that.
No, I think what happens is you let go of your axe, and it's been trying to get the axe of its neck this entire time.
I'm down for that.
Okay? Cool.
I got hurt. I would have let go.
Yeah.
As it finally wrenches the axe from its neck and doesn't drop it, its fire spreading onto the axe. It goes and looks up, and Kaylin, like, kind of stumbling. Dad! On guard! And as he says that, the illusion shifts, and sun starts pouring through the window. One moment where there is a zombie, and, well, you know, actually, the illusion was still. When again, there's a burning man and all of you are on fire. The next, the fire is gone, and Finnegan is holding a stick, opposed to Kaylin, who all of a sudden looks much shorter. He's still wearing the same jacket, but it's floppy on him and it barely fits. And in response to the on guard that Kaylin just said, Finnegan pipes up, "Oh, you dare challenge me, young one? You do not know the skills I possess. I was trained by the Windblade monks of the Third Peak."
Is he a flaming zombie of someone else, or is he himself?
He's himself, just not flaming anymore.
Joy.
The sun is like pouring through the windows. It's like all peaceful outside. You can feel the cabin shake. The cabin shakes briefly, but you don't know why. Can't be any important reason.
Joy, invisible dogs, the
So
next
now,
step.
do we try and double down on
Well,
this
I was
memory,
trained
or
in the
do-
great stone dragon style. I strike sharp as a falling meteor mountain. And he says, he raises the sword in a dramatic stance.
Do we?
Well,
do we try,
so be
do we
it.
try and lean on
Wind
the distraction
versus
and
mountain.
skedaddle, or do
Begin.
we?
And then they begin fighting.
But I know that multiple people know where we are, and I think if we just don't turn up for a certain amount of time, we'll come looking for us.
Clack,
I
clack,
don't
clack.
want to not turn up for a certain amount of time. That means we probably die.
Also, who's gonna come looking for us? The backup is Cass and an old man, and that is the entire rest of the village who can throw hands.
That's not.
It
Emma's
is
best
true.
friend
I'm
is gonna
sure.
forget
Bunch
her
of
in
children.
Yeah,
2 seconds.
unless we bring fucking Goat Lady up this mountain with us. You know what I
Bring
mean?
Goat Lady. She's
There are
competent.
goddamn wizards to throw at them.
I think she has a lot of goats.
I don't know about you, but
And that's how I measure people's competence. How many goats do you have?
Yeah.
0, nothing to offer.
yeah, they
me.
have 12. They're scary.
No, she's shit, but her goats though. The goats can throw down.
I don't know about you, but I have a possum with a superpower. So
I love you.
I think we're basically a-okay.
Yeah,
We
one
are
of the dogs
screwed.
can just eat the possum forever, and that'll solve
So,
both dogs.
should we try and make our goal
Super
getting out of
landslide
here, or should we
attack.
try and make our goal figuring out how to put these things down?
Well,
We
I don't
can
know. It
probably
seems
deal
kinda
with
calm.
them.
Oh, Kaylin, don't
Yeah, I
swing so
think
hard.
we
This is
Do they
Unless
even
somebody
exist
Yeah,
anymore?
I believe
dancing wind.
we
So
need
do
more
we-
big guns.
Don't
Don't
get
fall
hurt.
over.
I feel
Don't
like
die.
this is an escape plan.
Yeah.
We need big guns. We
Yeah.
need to have.
I think escaping works.
Yeah. This isn't something we can do ourselves.
The
Well, and we
fire,
know the fire should work against. I know there's a lot.
was that actual fire? Like, what?
Although if we can deal with this
They have
guy.
been able to
New plan.
Uh,
Go sledding
yeah.
down.
still
I
see it
but-
even.
No,
The
the
guys-
the fire is visible no matter what.
Like I said, I just know that
It is
So-
not made of
we
ice,
know that the fire
and
works
it
against the
is
dogs,
not.
right? But we don't know what works
So
against
I'm
this
still
person
on
other
fire.
than
You're still on
grounding
fire.
No,
You're
no,
still on
the fire went away.
So
They
it
went away.
Just poof.
Yeah.
Do we still feel it?
No.
Joy.
I'm
Is that
still
good?
torched though, and very ow.
Yeah, I am also
It feels
Just-
more like frostbite than a proper burn.
Fully, I'm fine.
so much out.
I am still not fine. I am at 2 health.
I'm at 1.
I'm at fault. Not even injured.
I have 6 hit points now.
I have 2 health and a fuck ton of ruin.
Get
If
beat
I
up.
have to roll again,
Why
I
are you
am-
at 4?
It comes with my thing.
You could not be
So,
though.
do we try and
I
double
know
down
my
on
luck.
this
I
memory
am
and try
dead
and
if I
distract
roll
them
again.
and run, or do we try and keep changing the memory to confuse things?
You guys still
or-
don't know the full story of what went on.
Yeah,
We
we don't know
don't.
the full
No.
story.
We need
But
to
we
find
need to-
Mabel.
I'm kind of down to actually leave right now, so.
I mean-
I don't know what to do because if he gets like aggravated, then
Mabel
it's
has
just gonna be
killed
dangerous.
this man,
Yes.
Yeah.
so I feel like we need to find a way to stop her.
What are we
Well,
trying to
yeah,
find
but-
out of this? Like
I
how
mean,
the
at the
family died
very
in the beginning?
least, at the very least, we need to learn more about Mabel.
Yeah.
We need to stop the guy who can't be killed with fire.
Mabel's
Kalen
like,
is also currently locked in with this memory, and he's a real
We don't
living
give a
person.
fuck.
Well, that's
about
none of my
Caleb.
business.
We don't give a fuck about Caleb.
that's fine. Worst comes to worst, we send Vindry up here and she like therapies it. Who knows?
It was Mabel who drew the faces on the game pieces.
Oh, yes.
At least
Find,
that
find
could
the
maybe
find the game
Right.
piece. Gonna start looking around for
pivot the
those game
memory.
pieces, trying to
Ellie
find,
seems so
find
proud
something
that
that'll
somebody
remind
remembers.
her of Mabel.
And he's like, wow, they caught one of my plot hooks.
Okay, you know what? Because people are distracted, that's not a hard task. These are well worn. You find a box, and yeah, there's it's like a four-sided chessboard. With. No, that was my foot hitting something. I don't need to draw this. I don't know why I need to draw this.
For vibes.
Red.
It's a grid chessboard, but each of the four sides has an extra space that also has like a grid for pieces. And in the sides of this, there's drawers for four different like factions that each have different pieces. The shapes of the pieces seem consistent across all the factions, but the coloring and drawings aren't.
So I look for the ones with like faces, funny faces drawn on. Was I think what
Most
you
of them
described?
have flower motifs drawn on them.
Flower motifs.
Yeah,
She does like flowers.
yeah, different colored flowers on each faction.
You said some of them
And what's
had
the
funny
differentiates the
faces.
factions is just the different types of pieces. You guys don't need to know this. I don't know why I need to know this.
So we can inevitably play this game.
Yeah. Once we finish this game, we're gonna play that game. That game is shorter. It's like a board game. But
Pyre Town has been the build-up to this new board game Ellie's been working on.
okay, now that we've done Pyre Town, I'm glad I got you guys hooked.
4-player chess.
Four-player chess.
Yeah,
as
two of
seen
us
in
have to
Pyre
s-
Town.
two of us are the
It's closer to
umpires.
Stratego with superpowers.
Two of us are the umpires. We make sure that the Geneva Conventions aren't being violated.
Put the red cross on something.
Okay,
we
so-
know.
Grabbing this board and I guess I'm gonna run it up to the two duelists and say, "Hey, remember this and how Mabel helped you with painting it? And remember?"
Please remember.
You know what? Roll sway.
Do I?
They're somewhat distracted.
Does using the physical thing to prompt memory provided?
Yeah, you get advantage from that.
Okay.
Currently,
Gonna need it. Nora's not a social
Finnegan is
character.
using the 1,000-year
That's the same
storm.
sway I do.
10 billion strike,
Hey, there's a 1,000-year
which
storm
includes
going on
which
outside.
This is why
mostly
I
involves him
should've
dropping the
dropped
sword and tickling.
I know, this is why I should have brought Findry.
But he's not nice enough to be like, go.
Okay,
figure
that's
out
a
the
2, which
This
is a
is why I
success,
should've brought
and
Findry.
the advantage will make it a full success.
Okay.
This is why I should have brought this character that's good at the things we need right now.
So, Kaylin, who's laying on the ground being tickled to death by Finnegan, is like, yeah, let's play a board game. I surrender. I surrender. I thought you said a rock would never surrender. I'll be you in the chess game. Chess is the wrong word.
I'll beat you at the board game.
I'll be in the flower game.
I'll let you play the kingdom side.
That's fine,
Worthy
because he
bargain.
wants to play the knights anyway.
Okay, so
Just like nervous
takes
smile.
takes the board.
From the specter that's like kind of here.
Yeah, takes the board game from you, and they sit down on opposite sides of it. Pull open the drawer, start taking up the pieces, and Fell flickers into existence, setting up pieces on one of his sides.
Just like sits down in the corner trying to throw away the frostbite.
The illusion changes around you. it's become slightly chillier, and the sun is coming in at a lower angle. It is evening now. And the grass outside is all withered and brown. You can hear the light clattering of hail on the roof. And then, after a bit of a moment, it seems like the space starts bending around the fourth side of the board. The room immediately drops a few degrees in temperature.
So I'm trying.
And then, sitting there, is Salim. For a moment, the other three pause, and by pause I mean in a normal sense. They just freeze in place, utterly. And for a brief moment, the illusion blinks a few times. You can hear dogs growling and wind blowing outside. And you can hear boiling water rushing up against the side of the cabin you guys are in, and then the illusion reasserts itself. Though around where Salim is sitting, it seems to flicker more consistently.
I think, for whatever reason, Mabel either can't or won't show herself in these illusions.
Well, because she's alive.
Well, no, but didn't you see Mabel in the goat illusion?
We did see Mabel.
But that
Child
was
Mabel, yeah.
that was.
So
But I feel like that
my-
was
my
different
thought
because
is
it wasn't really
she's
an
imposing
illusion, it was a
Celine where
memory.
she was to try and.
No, you're just let me continue.
Oh, sorry.
Because that
The
keeps
net of
cutting.
Celine's chest bursts like an alien
No.
Mabel.
For okay, for a moment they
Like
free, the other three freeze, and Finnegan and Fell both speak in unison.
Whoa.
You're not supposed to be here. I'll play the witch side. Don't you remember? I always liked playing the witch side. And then the other two would like jitter in place and like, my knights will slay your witches, one and all. No, remember, we said that they go in prison, they don't die. How else would we be able to play the board game again and again? All right, the witches will not get slain. You go in prison.
Do not pass go, do not collect $200.
Who's going first? Well, says Finnegan, I remember Fell did his chores recently. Yeah, I did. So, my dragons can go first.
So there's Dragon's Kingdom, which
There's
is
dragons, knights, the kingdom, and the witches.
Which
Which,
color
this is
is
very
which,
important.
Yeah, we have to
lore.
learn this.
Yeah, which color is which?
Our rewards for the session, not XP, just like more about this game.
You add to your inventory information about the game.
Okay, so, as Fell starts his turn, Salim looks up from her board. Well, here I am. I can't stay here long. This is not how it happened. I can help you, though.
Help us.
Please.
We're kind of thoroughly fucked up, honestly. She is fucking us up.
She's being really mean to us right now.
I can't tell you what's happening. I do not live, but I can grasp on to what I was. It is the way of cold ice, freezing what is internally in place. I am resistant. You know, it was the night of the, well, briefly after the night of the accident where I made my breakthrough. By the news, too. I was out in the snow. atop the third lesser peak of the mountain. What do we call the mountain? This mountain?
Oh, grandfather Seth.
Okay, I guess the mountain itself. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's
I was
the
a-
Fu King range, but
Yeah. I was atop the third lesser peak of Grandfather Sap, sleeping amongst the snow. I was so close to properly touching my contract, my spirit. I could practically feel her skin. Mind you, what I tell you is something I only learned after. Mabel wandered off. She does that. She was upset, I imagine. And then, Finnegan, Fell, Kaylin, they went off to the cabin because that's where Mabel went, and I wasn't there. They went off, they all disappeared, and I wasn't there. So, after the first day of searching, Finnegan, my dear Finnegan, he knew that he probably would never see Mabel again, but with Belle and Kaylin in the cabin, he couldn't just not look. I can't help but think this was my fault to some degree. Though, you see, the snow coming so early in such quantities, making everything freeze over. I think I brought that about to some degree.
What happened to him again?
He was the first to die. Finnegan. It was an accident, really. He was out looking for Mabel. I assume was gone. Or maybe not. I guess I wouldn't be here if she had gone entirely. He slipped. It was the cliff. He fell down the cliff. It was so broken by the time he reached the bottom. Couldn't distinguish it from... I practiced burial on some of the goats that died of sickness. Don't want to eat their meat. So sometimes I'd go up and fetch those that died from falling. That's besides the point. My dear Fell and Kaylin were left behind in the cabin. By then the snow had been falling for days, and there was no way they would get back to the house. But there was also no way they could stay there. They stayed there for so long. They braved it out, like brave little boys. Eventually Fell, being the, good old brother he is, decided he would go out and go hunt for rabbits, he said. Set up a trap, Finnegan taught him how to do it. Could tie a rabbit trap, but the weather like it was. Fell was the second to go. I wish it wasn't Kalen who found his body. No, I'm not sure how I feel about that. You see, if Kalen hadn't found Val's body, he would be dead.
How did Kalen survive?
I think you can figure that out yourself. I woke up a day or two, or maybe more. I hope not. I so dearly hope not. Later. I traveled the path to the cabin. I don't know how I knew they were there, but I did. My skin burned when I looked in that direction. I was not as you see me now. My hair fell as snow. My blood pumped as frozen rivers, and I was so close to being whole. I was so close. I found Kalen, but I could not provide him warmth. I could give him reprieve from the cold. I could keep him in place until the spring came, so I did. I froze him in sleep until the spring. And then I went looking, for my skin burned and I knew there was something out there. I found her, standing over Mabel's body, clutching her like a prized doll. And I yelled out at it, "Get away from my daughter!" And it turned to me, eyes unseeing anything as they are and only seeing something else. It wasn't me, it was the antithesis of everything I was, and that very gaze burned me. The rivers that were my veins were aflame, and it repeated back to me my own words. "Get away from my daughter," it said to me. That's the last thing I ever heard. I think it was either too much for me or I just burned away in its gaze. I don't think Mabel was allowed to die. She was on the slopes. Died just like Kalen did. Or sorry, Finnegan did. Slipped. She was further, so much further along to the west than makes any sense. The path grows narrow again and disperses amongst the cliff. It winds and it dips and there's no reason she should have gone this far, but she did, and I promised I would find her and bring her home. I promised. Please bring her home for me.
Where is she now?
I can feel my skin burning. I can feel my skin And she picks up the axe from that had fallen on the ground that you had used to chop at Finnegan's neck and brings it down on her hand, severing it. A brief moment later, the illusion of the board game shatters, leaving the illusion of everything shatters. Salim is gone. Her hand remains on the ground. Finnegan is not but a corpse, and not his own corpse. Fel is gone, and Kalen is back to his original full-grown size, staring at the pieces on the board game. The pieces that made up the witch faction are missing.
Who was playing the witch faction?
Celine was. I was going to pick up Celine's hand.
I'm gonna pick up my axe.
That was fine, yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Pick it up with a clock, though.
Finnegan, I'm gonna call him Finnegan still. Staggers.
Probably, so.
Where did they go? I feel so cold. And his eyes would yet again turn to you. Could I
No.
have some of your warmth, just for a moment? Could I borrow some?
Morrow. Time to let go.
You hear from outside, wind blowing, and
I don't have enough left for me.
a growling that sounds only vaguely like a goat
Hit
bleeding.
my marrow.
Y'all need to get out of there! Can you hear me? I need to get out!
Yeah, is it safe to get out though?
I think I can form a way.
Okay, let's go then.
And Moses part of the
You can hear me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What part of yelling at you did you not understand?
Let's go.
We're
Thanks,
We are
Steve.
going.
conversation.
We are going.
Get Kaylin out of here.
Kaylin, let's go.
Grabbing Caelim's arm and trying to pull him.
Finnegan yells, "Don't take him from me! You can't!"
Finnegan.
And I guess he'd lunge at you.
He needs to come with us. There's nothing to
Okay.
eat here.
Finnegan's lunging
I'm
at Nora.
trying to behead
I
him
swing at him.
again.
I'm gonna go on fire again, and I just can't
You're
handle
so
it right now.
cold. You are very, very cold.
I will tackle
You're
him.
frozen.
Okay, you know what? That gives an extra instance of advantage. So there'll be no instances of disadvantage because he's neither flaming nor aggravated properly yet. Well, actually, no. Just by his nature, it'd be an instance of disadvantage countered by not focusing on you. Not flaming, so not an instance of disadvantage. So it'd be neutral. Then there'd be an instance of advantage from Nora being creepy as fuck. And
She's good at that.
get an instance of advantage from your weapon, so that's 2 instances of advantage.
She's unnerving and
Oh.
spooky
Yeah.
and cold and
So
animal.
it's a critical success.
Yeah. 3 successes. It's time to go, Finnegan. Let go.
I'm so cold! And his voice is cut off as his head hits the ground before he does.
Finnegan.
All right, let's go before the wolves start attacking us again.
I'm
You're
gonna
going?
grab his head as we leave.
If any of you know any amount of burial thing, maybe we want to.
Let's
throwing
time. We'll
his-
bury his head.
I'm throwing his head off the cliff.
No, that's
No,
not
you are
burying
not.
it. We are not doing that. We are going to bury it.
I am taking the hand and Morrow's corpse, and I'm bringing them with me.
Rebecca, do not throw it off of the cliff if you want spirits to not bother the village.
Away. We are getting
Or bother
away
you.
from this awful, awful
Which
place.
is something you care more about more.
Okay, what music's good for a chase scene?
No. Can we just go back? Can we just teleport back and be fine?
Yeah, you just want the scene to end here. It's all peaceful.
If we're running the chase, can I pee real quick?
Yeah, can I go get a snack and go to the bathroom?
Ay.
Well, this is an interlude. I may as well rub my eyeball. I'll be back.
What? Well, there goes that apple.
This is one wonderful application of horror. I am horrified.
Yep. It's like
Very good job. Very good job, Ellie. Follow a hand? Question mark. Feel which direction the hand feels warm in, or feels like it's burning on. I don't.
I have no idea.
Because she said she felt her skin burning in the direction of the cabin, and that's how she knew to go to the cabin. And she said she still feels like her skin is burning. So if
Still have
so
to find
it'll,
Mabel.
I'm thinking the hand will feel like it's burning in a certain direction? Question mark? Or this?
Who knows? I don't.
She does.
She might.
If she is.
What, you think this was all improvised? It was all of the story. This is we'll put thought out ahead of time.
Right. Says the person who rarely plans out any of their stories.
Who said that? Well, I had a full hour before the session started where no one showed up.
Maybe you had a section of time for planning this section-ish, but you do not plan that far ahead.
Scandal! Scandal! Slander!
Oh, since I didn't ask either of you two, would a session during Dead Week be possible for you?
I mean, I am not a student, so.
So I
have no-
assume a session next week
have
is
no-
fine for you. How are your final?
I mean, I don't have a final on Saturday, so.
I'm probably just gonna do a half-assed job at the geology final. Because like the entire class has been fine. It's just like tests about subjects and like,
no, I have to deal with a final.
doing
Tuesday.
presentations about things. But the
This
final,
week-
for some reason, one of the
Good luck.
finals
I believe in you.
is,
I
and like,
finished
we have
that.
this one book we've been reading from. We have to write our own version of a chapter from that book. That's so outside the scope of what that rest of the class has been. It pisses me off. I don't like writing things.
Well aware of that.
I'm illiterate. I just can't. I can't.
I have been contemplating for fun doing a write-up of the entire rules of my fucked up Kids on Bikes hack.
Well, I write rules for fun. Just.
Oh, I'm also writing a superhero novel.
Yeah, I'm
I'm not actually. I just do it for
I
fun,
attempt
but, you know.
to do stuff like that for fun. Just essays are my bane. I cannot survive in the presence.
Oh, I have to write one tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
About a
Your
movie I
entire
haven't
career
watched
path
yet.
terrifies me.
I have notes on a magic system Ellie and I brainstormed up a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you guys should hear about Mars' superpower system. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, superpower systems are fun.
Which one is that?
It's this. There's a symbol, sigil, and
Oh,
it's
yeah,
three
yeah.
layers plus more potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, we did a good. We spent like a full 2 hours world build. It wasn't just on that, but like we were talking, and then like about at the 1 hour mark, it turned over to that, and we just stuck on that for an hour.
Exciting.
We did some world building for that setting. It was pretty cool.
Also, right now, if I have to take any more ruin, I am dead.
Cool.
Nah, there's this thing called the Pyre.
You see,
So if you roll and you die, you can just Pyre it and you'll be fine.
That's assuming that we can actually use the pyre.
We can use
right
the
now.
Pyre.
yeah. Okay. If this setting were not
Is this
if
Pyre
this setting
solid?
were not proper horror, yeah, it would just be ending there, and you guys would have a free shot back in town.
And the ones that
But
are like
no.
implied to exist, or therefore
It's
don't.
horror. We gotta have.
Yeah, you got to have a chase scene.
We can
This
use
is
the
horror. You
Pyre.
need a
It's
chase
only-
scene.
You need to do an escape to
Top of
justify
Very
which was,
escape.
Indra, it's like
Right, getting zombie
they have a
dogs.
weird dynamic.
So we can use the Pyre once again
They have probably the strangest
until the
dynamic
top was
of,
good, which it physically
Alright, so
cannot
look,
do
we're-
I mean,
one.
all of the parent-child
The
duos have a
only
weird
thing she can
dynamic.
contribute to running
I think
away
there's feels
is
the least
knowing
active
where
natural
the
dynamic.
Yeah.
That I
is
will
seeing
still
through the
Mostly
snow
because
and being able to
biologically
Yeah.
speaking,
people
it's not
away from
related.
the cliffs
that
and stuff. Maybe.
when I toppled the
hopefully.
pyre, I
Okay.
rolled the exact same thing that killed me.
Congratulations on the detail
without
about
pyre
reminding
anyway.
him how cold he is.
Well, yeah, but
So
you
I might
can't
as well
topple-
have
That,
just
that
you
was
can't
that was straight
topple
up
the pyre.
desperation.
Yeah, well, it's good
Get
resonance.
rid
No
of
matter how
Pyre?
bad your
Just
dice
to be
luck
clear,
is, you can't
guys,
roll
I'm
3
the
ones
worst
on 2d6.
possible character to be in a chase scene.
Why?
A very, very
The worst
old
thing
Oh,
lady is an
yeah,
open
what
anime,
navigate?
We had a whole scene where
and we've ridden the pyre to
Hendersonson and I
11.
took
Oh,
20
you have a
million
plan
hours
B.
to climb up the mountain.
That's assuming we don't
It's okay,
topple the
I'm-
pyre again sooner.
We have two strong characters,
Yeah.
one of us is very
But if you
That
need
is
to
the
keep your
half
character
Hunter or the
alive,
lumberjack
that's where the
carry
pyre
the old
exists
lady.
for.
Okay, so
I do
How
how
not
are you
trust my
exiting the
luck.
cabin?
Ah!
Rebecca is
Screaming.
kicking the door
Screaming.
down.
Move this damn bed.
He's
Rebecca
probably
is-
trying to push said bed, but is not.
How about we use
Exactly.
the open hole in the ceiling?
Rebecca,
How would we get down and out?
Yeah, the
through the
snow isn't
snow.
high up enough.
Yep, the snow
I'm
is several
gonna
feet.
die if that.
Oh no, the window's half.
You're gonna
obscured by
die.
snow
I
now.
have one health.
Yep, up
Oh,
it is. Up
yeah,
it
we are
is.
not
We are
getting
not
out of the
opening
door
that door.
anyway.
Alright, let's go.
All right.
As you start to do so, you see Kaylin getting some snowshoes out of a drawer.
Kaylin,
Yes,
you
please,
extras?
Good thinking, boy.
is it safe to assume Rebecca would have some of those?
Not you didn't.
No, it's on your
You know what?
inventory.
Because I mean, I wouldn't say it's in a normal person's inventory.
Can I just search the
Oh,
cabin
actually, yeah,
for
no, that's
extra
true.
snowshoes?
But for example, the two of us are outdoors people,
Yeah.
so like that could just be something we have on our daily
I do have something
Yeah,
strange
no,
in my
it's,
inventory, but they're not that strange.
let's roll into it with advantage to see
Okay.
if you thought to bring them.
I have a weapon.
Only those who have
Second.
outdoorsy stuff can roll into it with advantage. Otherwise, you're just rolling into it flat.
Oh, I'll roll.
critical
flat anyway.
success.
Actually, it's disadvantage if you don't.
Hell yeah,
Would being
success.
ice and snow minded help? No, probably not.
I
Probably
got
not.
a full success with the power
Partial
of
success.
being an
That is
outdoorsy
a
character.
crit-
I
That is
rolled
just a
4
s-
7s.
Wow.
Take
This,
me to the
however, is
casino
just
and
3
not this
2,
game.
so a critical success
Yeah.
just as the base dice.
With the advantage,
Yeah.
I also
How much
have a
work?
critical success.
You would have disadvantage, so that turns into normal success.
I got a normal
Sure, sure.
success.
Okay, so I guess 3 of you thought to bring snowshoes, and it makes sense for there to be extra pairs of snowshoes in this place,
Oh.
though they won't fit you guys properly.
It's okay.
Maybe a really tiny old person feet.
Yeah,
So
that's
okay,
what the tube
you
is
two got
for.
ill-fitting snowshoes. The other 3 of you have fine-fitting snowshoes.
I'll keep
enough.
checking.
That's fine, you're gonna end up
I'll
being
keep
carried
checking
by
on
one
the
of us
way
anyway.
down to make sure none of us get too close to the cliff.
I'm currently carrying a corpse, so
You're carrying the whole corpse?
yes.
That's gonna be really difficult.
Let's hope
Okay.
it doesn't start moving again.
That's gonna
And
be
also
really
hope it
difficult.
doesn't-
And you have
They
one
don't
force.
all want it from you.
Currently over my shoulders.
Hey,
Yeah.
drop it if you
A
need.
corpse.
Yep, if I
is
need
like
to drop the
None of
thing,
us
I can drop the
160
thing.
pounds.
I am well aware of that.
Plus the ragdoll multiplier.
It's essentially the same as carrying a passed out person. I am well aware that it's not
okay.
going to be easy.
So, why not this playlist? Sure, this makes no sense.
This playlist chasescene.exe.
No, I'll start it when we start.
I mean, it's easier to drape him over your back because he doesn't have a head
Okay,
anymore.
roll force to get it up the ladder.
Yay, that's going to go well. Not
So on the roof, you can see Kaylin.
Partial
Partial, yeah.
success.
Okay, Kaylin
uses
looks like a
lips.
skeleton wreathed in a cloud of mist.
Kaylin does?
Sorry,
Virgil?
Virgil Moss. There's pretty much nothing on him, like on his bones. Like he's worn out significantly.
Yeah, we need to get you back up.
Around him are the corpses
Yeah, we need to
of
get you back up.
5 dogs. Well, the re-corpsed corpses of 5 dogs, and
Only one left.
4 sheep.
Okay, not bad.
Wait,
Goats.
what?
Goats.
Goats, whatever they're.
Bad.
You can see that most of the snow around him has been melted, but it continues to come down heavily, but not as heavily as it was before.
You merely adopted the snow.
Time happened.
Time happened?
Difference more than perceived.
Mm-hmm.
Unsurprising.
Skedaddling. Skedaddling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said. Yes, he says. Kind of head continuing to look up at you as one of his arms comes down with a basically you don't see, you see like a shimmering around the hand as air moves, and about a foot away from his hand, the skin parts around one of the sheep's rib cages as an invisible spear of air goes through it. You smell cooked meat from the various dead animals.
Marrow might make Rebecca.
Alright, let's go.
Running. Running.
Running.
I'm going.
You
Slowly.
going up with the corpse.
It's okay. I'll get it later.
Very awkwardly.
The corpse's leg gets stuck. You're the last person to go up the ladder, let's say that. And the corpse's leg gets stuck in one of the top rungs of the ladder. So you're half out of the trapdoor.
I do have the corpse's head.
Yeah. The snow at this point is like 5.5 feet, so you can jump down comfortably. Jumping down with the snowshoes could be a bit hazardous for the snowshoes themselves, but what options do you have?
Can I try and assist Marrow with getting the leg untangled and get the group moving?
Okay. As you go to do that, you see some of the goats go and start rushing at Virgil, distracting him while the dog runs around the back of the cabin, and you hear something scrabble at the edge of the roof tiles as it pulls itself up.
I'm going to go fight the dog.
What
Okay.
are dogs scared of?
So
Fire.
you roll finesse,
Or
and
falling
you
animal.
roll force.
Alright,
No advantage or disadvantage, things even out.
okay.
Right. Or slay, are you rolling slay inside?
I mean, I can throw it if you prefer. I'm rolling force.
Okay.
Because that's the difference between a partial and a critical success.
No successes.
So, this is Sparta the dog.
We're near a cliff. I mean, this is the ideal time to be grappling.
You're not near a cliff. Well, you're near the steep
I'm
part of
buff
the
as hell. We're near a cliff.
The dog goes skidding across the snow, and gets buried in a snowdrift.
Alright, let's go.
This is Hatchetburg.
Aerial, cold. Hopefully that'll keep it away from us for at least a little bit.
Shoot a dog collar into its
Okay,
fucking
what do you roll?
corpse.
No successes on the finesse roll.
You
Not a
both
hard
like,
task,
work
but
together
it's
to
like,
pull up the corpse.
it
You hear
takes
one of
longer
the
than it
rungs
should
of the
have.
ladder snap as they bury themselves in the leg of one of the corpse's leg.
It's fine. He can't feel it.
He's a corpse. We can fix that later.
Can
Yeah.
you fix a corpse?
We can remove a chunk of metal from it.
It's a wooden ladder.
We can remove a chunk of wood from it.
I thought you meant fixing that he's a corpse.
No, we are not fixing that. No, thank you. We don't need more of that.
Okay.
The dead should stay dead.
Running.
You see some of the corpses of the dogs that were laying around Virgil Moss start to twitch and
frick.
stand up again.
God.
What scared
Oh,
you?
we
yeah,
need
running.
we need
Vacuum
to
cleaner.
go.
Going.
We
Going.
are going.
Rebecca will jump across the roof and get probably ahead of some of you.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, but
Okay, let's just
you're
have
gonna
everyone
land in a
roll and navigate
snowdrift.
to start off.
Navigate to see
Navigate for disembarking the roof.
I'm a hunter. Can I?
the snowshoes.
Absolutely.
No,
Offer
the snowshoes mitigate
Mitigate
the
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Makes sense.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I rolled
Literally
2 10
zero.
Runaway dice, not a
Navigate?
roll.
I am so out of my
I
element.
didn't even
it
roll
is-
high. I just had
Partial
nothing
success,
enough
1.
skill.
Can I? Never mind.
Oh, actually, I'm going to record these because I'm going to just use a
Zero.
roll minimizing rule that I sometimes use.
Can I have anything for being a hunter?
Did you grab that
Yeah,
dice?
sure, advantage, that makes sense.
What?
Yeah, there's a
Three.
die underneath.
Partial
You grab
success.
it.
Yeah, you,
Oh,
yeah.
there is.
You've-
Thank you.
I'd imagine like.
Okay,
I
what
got
was
so
everyone's-
close. I
can
got a
everyone's
3
rolls?
point.
Okay.
Would Mother give me an advantage?
No.
Mother is mother.
Getting
Nope,
home
like,
to getting
jumping
home
off
to your
a
daughter.
roof.
Getting home to your daughter.
Fine. 0.
Youch. Okay.
Yeah, none of us can
You never
navigate.
make it off the roof.
Most of you fall upon landing.
Great.
Those who got partial successes just stumble.
I'll take it.
Though, you know what? This is just purely luck. Sucks to be you.
Ellie, no.
Oh dear.
I'd be fine.
I would not.
Less likely.
That's a 6.
You.
Six. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's you, Ellie.
It's Virgil.
That, no.
Oh.
Yeah, there are 2 NPCs with you. That's right.
No!
Sorry.
Do we have homework?
I mean, yeah.
So,
We don't have homework, Ellie, I swear.
All of you have to make new characters.
No.
Palin staggers upon landing, and a brief moment later, a goat headbutts him in the stomach.
That's none of my business.
He'll probably be fine. He's died once anyway.
He's young and spry.
Forcing him over on his back.
Kaylin, get up.
And the goat
No
goes
time
to
for
lunge
rest.
at him, going for a more predatory maneuver than makes sense for a goat, with his jaws open, going for his face.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. Mauled death by a goat is
Who
not
landed
pleasant.
well? Nobody.
We landed
I
all
stumbled.
right.
Well,
So those who
I assume I
rolled
can't help
zeros
Kaylin 'cause
cannot
I'm-
take action this
Yeah.
round. The rest of you can do things.
I actually wouldn't, no matter what. So
I don't know what I would do.
Do you still have fire?
Gonna try and like
No.
swat some snow at this goat and just
That's not
try
gonna
and
help. If you still have the fire, maybe
I
that'll
have a
help
spare
more.
sword. You can grab that if you want.
Can I just make a bear sound?
I can try with
Would
a
that
sword.
work?
But take the stick
Fucking
You
Try
know,
and stab
roll deceive.
No, I'm not good at that.
Smack
You should
hard
have
enough
me
to
made
be
a
by
bear
your
sound.
distracted
I
long
can't
enough
make
for
you
me
make
to
a
get
bear
off.
sound. You landed bad.
from the ground.
Think of it like an icicle. I don't know.
Deceive. I have an
Roll
animal
play.
call. Can I have advantage?
I don't have any
Advantage.
points. Yeah.
Can
I have no
can I have
points in that.
advantage? I have an animal call.
No.
I have missing fingers.
Well, let's try anyway. No.
No.
oh,
it was
there
never
actually
gonna
is a
happen. My deceive
1
is
for a
1.
total of 0 with the disadvantage.
Distracted long enough for one of our slightly more proficient who actually will do anything
They
people to
all
get up
never
and
I
heard from
well,
again,
would, but I
except for
have one
Rebecca, who
health.
wandered off.
yeah.
All
no.
right.
And I have two health, I'm not doing much better.
The goat comes away with startled by the noise, but not overly affected, and your attempt was misbegotten. And ill-conceived. You go for a thrust, you miss. The blade kind of grazes its back, causing it to turn and look away from Kaylin Shepherdson. There's something in his mouth. It might be his nose.
He'll be fine. He's tried before.
Oh.
Okay. Shoot. Gain 2 ruin as it goes to headbutt you.
Okay.
Oh no.
2 ruins, so I will be rolling 4 now.
yeah, that 2 ruin at the start was not what we wanted.
I'm glad I removed the 2 I already had, because then I would be
Alright.
rolling 6 of these damn things.
I already have to roll.
Okay,
six.
all,
we take
all
those.
3, 2
Yeah,
4s, and
oh,
a
yeah.
5, so
Yep,
no
you're
fails there, thankfully.
Let's
If
go.
I take even one more ruin,
Yeah,
I
can
am
run
dead.
and not take a
With my
Oh,
roll.
you are not free.
No.
I
think I'm just.
You
dead
failed in
then.
that roll. One of the wolves lunges at you.
It,
Sorry.
there was only one wolf left, and it got
No,
buried in
they're
a
not
snow
wolves.
drift.
No, remember I said the corpses were getting up.
Oh yeah, they were.
This
weren't
one's
they?
still in the process of reanimating.
Okay.
So I'll give you advantage on a finesse check. Navigate check. Navigate.
Navigate. Okay.
Sure.
Advantage on navigate, huh? No. I rolled really bad.
What? Nothing?
No. I got
One
two
success
sixes,
from the
a 9 and
navigate.
an 8. Yeah.
You got 1 partial success.
Yeah.
Okay, so it only grazes you. You only get 1 ruin.
Yeah, I still have to roll 6 ruin with 1 health.
Oh.
I don't think I'm making it.
No, you can't.
Well, it's
I do
Pyre.
what?
You always use
Pyre.
the Pyre.
That's what I was wondering.
I
Is
would
this a
recommend
Pyre?
Pyre. 6
Roll
ruin on 1
first.
health
Okay.
is definitely
Roll
a
first, you could succeed.
This is why I do not want to roll on the Pyre. Because I will topple it.
No. Immediately no.
Yeah.
So
no.
what happens if you use the Pyre?
If I use the
You can
pyre,
roll
it
on the
could
fire,
be
just the
bad.
fire.
How many pyres do we have?
One.
One currently.
No, it can't be bad right now.
Okay.
Just
Add
add
it,
it.
adds
it
up.
can just be an omen.
No, you
roll
add
2.
another before you add. Someone shaded on the Pyre.
I don't
Yeah,
have a
I'm
pencil.
on
Matthew, get on Pyre duty. This is going to become relevant.
No.
This
We're
is
probably gonna need
exactly
to
why
roll
I
it.
said I do not want to get any more ruin. Because I will topple the thing.
Alright, 2.
Yeah.
And
Don't
we are
roll
probably
3
going to have to
ones or
lean on the
2s.
Pyre a bit.
Don't roll 1s or 2s?
Don't roll 3 ones or 2s.
3, 1, or 2. No.
No,
Just
not 3 1 or 2.
It's 2.
3 1s or 2s.
I got 1 die of. Yep.
So
there's a
Pyre doesn't.
No, it's only 1. Yeah.
Yeah, spooky
Oh, you got 1 die?
1 die.
One fail.
1 fail.
Okay. All your skin just feels a bit. No, actually, your skin feels a bit warmer than it should. You break out in a mild sweat. It's like a rash, but it's made of fire.
Hate this. No, wrong, gross.
I don't know if I'd call that mild. A rash made of fire doesn't sound mild to me.
Fire doesn't always hurt too bad.
Ice spirit, though.
Alright.
Okay.
Running
Nora
time?
really hates the feeling of fire.
Running time.
Running.
You all start running, and you know what? I'm going to roll the lucky dice twice. Kaylin is sobbing as he runs. If that kind of happens when your nose is torn off.
It's okay,
By
Galen.
sheep. They don't have sharp teeth. They're made for
Incisors.
Yeah.
You rolled a 6 2 more times. Kaylin fucking died.
No, that was 2 more times. One of them wasn't a 6.
It's okay, Kaylin. Probably.
Findry
Findry knows first aid.
Hustle, Kaylin.
Good hustle, Kaylin. Findry knows first aid.
So much ruin.
I love the Seth way of reassuring people where it's like, don't worry, Findry will handle it.
Okay, so Kaylin, trailing blood on the snow, makes his way forwards, and you can see temporarily some of the sheepdogs get distracted by the blood, lapping it up.
Gross.
Nice.
Which is pretty good for most of you.
We'll take a win.
You, on the other hand, did engage a goat, and it holds a grudge.
Goats hold grudges. They're mean.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're very mean.
Roll me. You know,
Unfortunately, we may have to start.
so you want to?
extreme
Do you
double
stop?
tapping
You continue
these.
running, or and just try to run extra fast, like navigate a bit, or do you try to stop altogether and do a fancy dodge around it, or do you do something else? As it approaches you, catches from behind. The rest of you make your way forwards as Kaylin, Virgil Moss, goes and reaches an area, and the clouds temporarily come down to meet his hand. You see they roil rapidly, and the snow around him goes up in a bloom of steam, and everything that is dead is pushed away from him rapidly. You stagger a bit under that blow, but not much.
Damn, fucking superpowers.
Can I?
That is concerning.
Do I know any things about goats and how to deal with goats?
Sideways.
Sideways?
I don't know if that actually. That's for boars. These little.
I'm
I don't
going
know.
to attempt to grapple the goat.
I'm gonna grab Kalen's arm like usual.
Well, with the,
I mean-
oh wait, you're stopping your run to grapple that goat. Oh, sure, then roll force.
Oh, okay.
With advantage because I'm distracted.
Yeah. Yeah, Nora.
Throw it off the cliff.
Nora
Critical
is
success.
not
Yo!
physically
Critical
capable
success.
in any way. She's probably just gonna be trying to run from
Can we
this
throw it
thing,
off the cliff?
honestly.
Okay.
And by we, I mean Rebecca.
You guys aren't quite to the walkway yet.
Into
Nora's running, just
into
like
the
cursing herself
towards
over
the
her
steam.
shoulder.
Towards the steam. Push it towards the steam.
You, Rebecca, sighs to herself, goes, turns around, just absolutely boots the goat, and it like goes, bounces, and then rolls a few times before trying to struggle back to its feet. You don't have to roll anything. You're good.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And then you go back, start running again.
We're needed. Move.
Ominous, but okay. Being ominous is my job. Damn it.
As we head towards the to the cliff edge thing.
As you're near the cliff edge, you see Virgil tries falling, but he's limping somewhat.
Virgil, how heavy are you?
Not.
Come here.
He's a bony old man. Pick him up.
Made of steam. His ass weighs like a pound.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm gonna try to bury him, I
In
guess.
waiting for that, the pack would catch up to you guys somewhat. What do you do to prevent that from being off?
Are all of us there?
Yes, you're all here. I imagine at
The pack of sheepdogs?
At the, there's 4 sheepdogs that are active right now, and 3 goats.
Can I
Hey, Caleb.
can I reach into my bag and try and toss the dog chow that I found earlier and put in my bag to see if that distracts them?
The what?
The dog
There was
food that we
dog food
found.
that we found in the
That's
cabin
actually
earlier, and I
much
put it
more
in my bag
important.
for trying to distract
These
them.
are black. These are hot ice constructs. That is a memory of their past life.
Oh, yeah.
Eat! It's your food!
Roll sway with double advantage.
Sway with double advantage.
Crit it. Crit it. What's your sway?
My sway is 1 point.
You can do it.
Nora isn't charismatic.
It's okay. You can do it. Yay!
Partial success, 2 and 2 makes it a critical.
So, all the sheepdogs are temporarily not a problem. So, the rest of you only have to deal with 3 goats as you wait for Virgil to
Was
catch
that
up
for
to you.
goat herding? I thought that was for leashes and stuff.
That was for goat herding. It was goat care related. It's okay.
I'm out of tricks. I'm running.
I don't know what rope is used for in goat herding.
I don't really know. It was just animal care anyway.
I was not specific.
Yeah.
Oh, the shearing stuff.
Yeah.
There's some of that, but not much here.
I don't think that would have worked on goats. I don't think you shear goats.
So anyways, what are the rest of you dealing with these 3 goats that are catching up to you as you wait for Virgil Moss to
Are
catch
we
up
at
to you guys?
the thin part?
You're just on the neck of it.
Can I try and sound like a bear again? Can I try and scare them away with another animal call?
I think the other 3 of you are the ones who have to deal with these. No, you can do that, sure.
What would help?
What is this? Deceive?
Yeah.
What's the advantage?
No
I
disadvantage, they're
find
looking
it.
right at you.
So-
Man.
But I do have an ominous something weird in my inventory.
There might be something else then.
Repellent.
Yeah, that's so specific. It works.
Trying to think of what else could work.
3 goats. You guys can deal with them however you want, but you have to deal with them before Virgil gets to you.
I'm currently carrying a corpse, and I do not do well in the snow.
Yeah, is there
Do we need the corpse? Can we distract with the corpse?
is there
I
anything?
prefer not to. I'd like to be able to get.
Well, I also think goats aren't going to be particularly interested in a corpse, so.
No.
They're also not particularly interested in noses most of the time, but here we
Well,
are.
no, that was the
Going
wolves,
after a
wasn't
live
it?
person.
No, it was a goat
No, it was a
tree.
goat.
Hey, Kaylin!
No! No!
Yeah,
No.
you've been catching blood in your hand, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just throw it at him! It's okay, bud, you'll be fine. Andrew knows first aid.
I would like to throw the head
No.
at
Yeah,
the
We're
goats
too late.
with
Okay.
as much force as I can
Can I
muster.
talk Kaylin
Roll
into,
finesse
can I talk Kaylin into throwing blood at
with
goats?
advantage for some reason. I feel like advantage is warranted.
Yo!
Super success.
We've done it!
Triple 2, motherfucker.
Triple twos.
In the meantime,
and
can I talk
advantage,
Kayla
yeah.
into throwing blood at goats?
No, we got that
Just
4
roll
successes.
spec.
We don't need it.
Just
It's okay, I'm going to fail. I have no points in sway.
Wax off, it ricochets off of one
Rebecca,
goat,
kill
trips
three
up the other
goats.
second.
Surprisingly, partial success.
Not only does this stop all 3 goats, Rebecca also invents the sport of baseball.
Surprisingly, partial
If I
success.
threw this and then someone
you
hit it.
throw like overhand as opposed to shot put.
Yeah, do shot put.
You
Yeah.
invent track, which is invented before baseball.
No, actually, you know what? I think Rebecca grabs it by the hair,
Oh, at
goes and then like spins it a few times, like a swing, and then just whips it.
That's bowling.
No.
If you were throwing a bowling ball over and the people at the bowling
You know,
alley
the
are
fun
going to
way.
ask you to leave.
Usually.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, the head whistles as it travels through the air and collides with one of the goats straight in its head. There is a crack, and it's not just the skull you threw at the goats. It staggers and falls over a limp, and stops its roll face up in front of another one of the goats. It kind of freezes there for a moment, and for a moment, its first looks less degraded and dead. For a moment, it looks whole again.
Because he's the guy that killed the goats. He's the
It
guy that butchered
is.
them.
Oh.
And then it proceeds to go and attack the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a third goat.
Yeah, the third goat charging you guys.
Kaylin, throw blood at it.
No, it does so. You know, I'm gonna roll. Actually, no, let's have.
I rolled a partial success.
Partial success.
On swaying him.
You know
Throw
what?
it at it or it's gonna charge you, bud.
The goat is charging him because for some reason, you pulled its focus towards him.
So-
No, this is the goat that took his nose.
It hits him in the gut and he falls over again.
Ah, fuck.
Stop
falling over, Kaylin.
He's beyond whimpering. He's just kind of shaking on the ground, enduring its attack at this point.
Oh dear.
Virgil catches up to you, like barely staying vertical. He's really warm right now, like, you know.
You were uncomfortably warm, but okay, let's
not,
go.
Not awful. But doesn't weigh considerable amounts.
Yeah. Rebecca, there's a goat.
You guys need to help Caitlin up.
We don't need to.
Can I I don't even know if I would do it.
Sword smack the goat.
The
Apparently.
immediate rebellious spirit. We don't need to.
Can I
Abby.
just try to? Well,
Roll advantage. You have a disadvantage. You have advantage
Wait, what were
from
you rolling?
distracted goat.
What were you rolling?
To
Oh, to slay?
yeah, mark the
Hell
goat
yeah.
again.
And advantage again from sword.
Hold up.
Wait.
So distracted goat plus advantage from sword plus the 2 successes from the dice.
This goat's bisected.
Yay!
Done it!
You have 2 goats now. Neither of them are functional.
Yay!
Running.
Let's go!
Run up.
All right. I think I'll have one more navigate check called from all of you. You are rolling with disadvantage because of course.
Virgil, you super owe me for this.
Already downgraded. Navigation.
Wow. That was actually really good.
Once again, absolutely nothing.
One.
-1.
Would Frederick
I'm
give me
fucked.
advantage here?
Would Hunter give me advantage
Sure.
here?
Both of you.
Sweet. Full success.
Do you want to give any of your... Okay, so I'm going to rule this where everyone can give their successes to other people of the party who's rolling right now.
Her partial success is going to be helpful to people.
I have a -1.
You could give your
No, you can't go
partial
below 0.
success,
You have 0.
but I don't know if you want
okay.
to.
I have
You
2.
Could, oh, I see.
Unless
what
it's
you're saying.
fine.
You give a portion.
I have
Well, because then that would make
I
yours a
rolled
full
2
success.
8s and 2
I'm
Well, yeah, but
4s.
then it would just be the same number of people
So
that
we're
have
both full successes
Plus the
now.
negative from the corpse.
So the 3 of
So-
us have full successes. Is I think what we're doing.
Okay.
old.
We're screwing over 2 people. Got it.
No, I have
By the way,
priorities.
Kaylin is in the group of people who rolled poorly.
I don't give a
Damn,
fuck.
that's
We're
extra.
old and he's dead.
You're dead.
All right. So
Deserve to
the
stay.
previously
I was alive.
preoccupied
Just drop the
sheepdog,
corpse.
go and start running after you guys again.
Oh, no.
Hey, Kaylin, you remember how I told you to throw blood? Do it again.
He's not listening to you.
No.
He's not.
That's fair.
So, let's just give both of you 2 ruin. That sounds like a fun number.
No, I have 2. I just don't have a
I have
so
8!
I wrote it down.
Oh no.
It's okay. You can use the pyre.
You can just not bother rolling.
Do you want to borrow any?
You're alright.
Just to prove a point. Let's see. That's the last
2.
of. Yeah, I was at 2 health.
I'm keeping track, just not on my actual character because I don't know.
I told you if I rolled ruin, I would die.
Why are you carrying a body?
Honestly, it would not have mattered, considering the fact that for my navigate check, I rolled 0
That's
successes.
true.
I would have failed either way.
That is true.
So, that is 0 HP.
Well, you can roll on the
You
pyre.
could use the
You can roll
fire.
higher.
So yeah, this game actually
It'd be 3 dice.
exactly 0 HP
Why don't you roll
is
pyre?
bleed out like type stuff. Negative HP is dead, but 0 HP exactly. I can allow that being bleed out rules.
Does that mean increase to max HP?
No.
So you have to go to exactly 1 to increase the HP. If you go
Yeah.
below that, you don't.
Interesting.
That's funky, but okay.
I might change the scar system somewhat so it's less good in the future, but anyways, not right now.
I've never gotten battle scars. Even when I got.
I'm already.
Yeah, I
missing
think
a
this
leg
is the
to
first time
start
I've
off
ever
with.
gotten a battle
Okay,
scar
so you're not
on
going
any
on the
character.
pyre? The chances of you actually failing here is really low. It's 3 dice.
We also will not like judge you if you topple. Although I don't
This
know how
is
you
a
again.
situation that
I
absolutely
know.
warrants
I was
the
already
pyre.
worried.
You being
I know,
First
but I'm
time.
not like
You
judging
being
you.
immobilized makes other people who have disadvantage because they're carrying you, making them more likely to have to roll on the pyre.
I'm
I
down
think
to
you
deal
should
with
roll
a
on
disaster
I am
in the
A-okay
city,
with
you know what I mean? So
using
like,
the pyre.
if you don't
It's
want to and want to make different characters,
Bad
that's
situation
totally
either
okay.
way.
But also, if you are like, oh, I can't do it because I toppled it last time, don't feel that way because whatever.
I
Like
mean,
it's here
2
for a reason.
failures on
And any of us could have
2
toppled it
dice
and
is
likely will
more
topple
than
it in the future.
36% chance.
I think the only
Don't
reason I
worry
haven't
about
been
it.
using the hell out
3
of it is
failures.
because
I
keep
rolled
forgetting it
on the
exists.
board.
You're expecting my luck to be good enough to not
Do you want to
topple
use
it.
somebody else's
Yes.
dice?
It's not gonna happen. Statistically, it's like really not gonna happen.
You're expecting my luck
Yes.
to be good
Do you
enough.
want somebody else
So
to
it
roll
would
for
be
it?
3 dice. These dice have been treating me well so far this session.
Do you want somebody else to roll on the pyre for you?
Just don't make it me.
It's D6s or
That's true,
D10s
your
for the
luck
pyre.
has also been bad.
6s.
Yeah, there's like a 4% chance of you rolling 3 failures
There's a 5% chance it's
if you go for the pyre.
Why don't you roll them one at a time?
That's less than a nat 1 on a d20.
I've rolled 2 nat ones so many times.
Here, why don't I roll it?
And the pyre toppling at this number, like,
Would be
is less bad than a toppling at a
Yeah,
higher
there's
number.
that
Can I roll
too.
it?
honestly,
No,
I would rather the
determined, they
pyre
have to
topple
consent to
at
it.
3
You okay?
than 7 or something.
Do you want to use it?
Do you consent
All
to
right.
it?
I'm not
you.
touching those dice.
Okay. Do you want me
But
to
do you
roll
agree
it
to
for
it
you?
happening
Do you want the pyre rolled?
on
I
your
kind of want to
behalf?
see what you would roll for it.
Okay.
No, when you commit to rolling it, this happens. You can't see what would happen.
Roll them one at a time.
It's okay.
You can also like
If it topples, it also moves the narrative forward.
we have Starvey.
And even if it does topple, it frees up using the pyre relatively safely for a while too.
No, it doesn't.
No. No, because we have to deal
Until the
with
pyre
it.
resolves, we cannot use the pyre.
Oh.
You
Don't
can't
you
just-
love a little risk? Don't you love grappling down a hole for 5 million?
It's gonna make it so that the rest of us probably have to use the pyre because of trying to get your character out of danger if we don't use it now.
Sooner or later in this session, we're gonna have
Sooner
to
or later, we are
lean on
going to
this
have
pyre.
to roll it
Yeah.
in this
So-
section.
That's why it's like not a big deal, but also like it's up to you whether you want to or not.
Also,
Because I would probably end up using it unless I get lucky. Because I start with lower health and I'm useless.
you've been helpful in our
Yeah, thanks.
talking scenarios.
I love talking. I convinced him to show his dad the sword.
Please decide
I
one way
believe
or
in you.
another. It's fine to choose to be a limp body until you can get medical care.
That is also.
But it is that as it's you have to reroll the
It's
dice.
automatically fine.
Runaway dice. Yep.
One of them's a 4, so you're guaranteed to
yeah.
be fine. Hey,
Okay. Only one.
it's
Omen.
fine.
Only one, which doesn't do anything.
Well,
Yes.
you get a spooky omen.
You get a
Yes,
minor
not my
omen,
pencil.
which is like practically nothing. Your skin
Which
itches
is
a
my-
bit. That's it.
Your skin.
Your skin specifically.
Oh, and who's carrying the hand?
Oh.
Yeah, you'd feel it heat up a bit for a moment, but that's it.
Does Virgil
Warm
not
hands.
heat up anymore?
No. He's
Okay.
cooling down a bit, actually.
Oh, that's great.
No, that's not good for him.
Oh.
He has a spirit of steam.
Then who's next?
Virgil, do you have a spirit of steam?
Yeah,
Who is next?
That's
What do
a
you mean?
problem.
I don't know how.
Did you roll? How do you?
I rolled ruin and I got 1.
Oh, okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
We're okay.
I
All right.
have it written down.
Next round of things happening.
Run.
You're still at 2.
I don't know. You guys are properly on the cliff path now. There's 4 sheepdogs chasing after you. Virgil is like going in and out of consciousness.
It's okay.
He's
He's,
Kaylin Shepherdson is
Using the sight to know where the cliff is, because we probably can't
no.
see it very well.
He's
in the
like
snow.
has blood loss. The
I
snow
would-
is actually overtopping the edge of the cliff like a muffin a bit, so
Yeah, using the sight to know where snow is safe to step on and making sure people don't step too far away.
okay.
who's
That's
like-
fine.
because okay, this is a narrow path,
so-
right? So we're not running next to each other.
Not really, no. But you can run too abroad without too much risk.
I'll run ahead, step where I stepped.
All right. I was also gonna say hold on to Kalen because he's going a little delirious if he can, Nora.
Here, with me, boy.
He nods and
He's older than you.
whimpers.
10 years.
But he's acting like a boy like last I saw.
He's missing his fucking nose.
That's a boy.
Last time he was communicating
This is what
coherently,
makes
he
us
thought he was a boy. So until he's communicating coherently and portrays himself as an adult again, Nora is going to think of him as the boy.
All right.
You have 3
Yes.
You know, we really got to start using our people with contracts. and these
Rebecca, do you want to be in the
That's what
back so you can hold off the others and throw them off a cliff?
So actually, wait.
No,
Okay.
Rebecca's middle.
Okay. So the old people are in the back.
Yes.
No.
The old people who are very close to death already.
My only plan is to throw my blanket.
Congratulations.
Like, you know those videos of dogs where they
Character's
can't get out of the blanket?
So why are you holding onto the body?
Oh no.
I want to know your motivation.
What's your motivation?
Because you've like shown that to be very strong, and I think it warrants spirit manifestation at this point. If this persists, you might have a contract opportunity.
Oh, interesting.
This is interesting.
Because it feels wrong to just leave the corpse of someone who doesn't belong out in the middle of someone else's abandoned fields and not bring him home to be buried.
Okay.
Because he probably does have family.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just have a repeat of what's essentially happened with
A new
the
guy.
shepherds that have been.
Okay, yeah. Through the snow, you would see what looks like a wooden scale manifest above your Marrow's head.
He doesn't have a head. Oh, other than
Marrow,
we were
not
talking about the
Marrow.
other one.
Marrow, not Morrow. Marrow is the one
To
carrying
be fair,
Morrow,
we
unless I've
needed a
mixed them
laugh.
up.
I will take my idiocy as a way to relieve tension. The headless marrows.
The headless marrows carrying
Sounds
the
like a
headless
band.
marrow.
It sounds like a band.
Okay, so you guys have like 10 or so seconds before the sheepdogs catch up again after the previous strike.
Oh man.
Zombie sheepdogs by the headless Marrows.
I
So what are
really
you guys
can't
gonna
do
do?
anything. I'm carrying
I
somebody.
don't know how many days.
No, he's pretty light.
I know he's light. I want an excuse, Ellie. Stop bothering me.
We are running.
Can I throw my blanket at the dogs to try and cover their eyes? This is my only plan.
Okay, roll finesse.
That's not a skill I have.
Is there a tree close to the?
Yes, always.
Oh my goodness.
Nope.
Bad.
It goes
Nora is out of tricks, so she's going to just
A
focus
bluster of
on.
wind blows it off the cliff. You're cold now.
I love that
I'm gonna
blanket.
try.
Okay, we'll get you a new one. Victory will
I'm gonna
probably
try
knit
to
one
take
for
down a
you.
tree.
Victory does
Nora is
everything.
out of tricks.
Sorry,
she's
everyone's
just
talking too much into
Sorry,
too
sorry,
loud.
sorry.
Can't hear Matthew.
I'm gonna try to take down a tree to slow their path.
Take down a tree. So like,
Rebecca knows how to chop a tree down.
These are also scraggly mountain trees.
yeah, they're pretty small. You're right.
targeting one that's like loose in its positioning,
All right.
weighed down by snow.
Roll
and
force.
skipping.
They will catch up to you within the span of doing this,
That's
though.
okay. Rebecca has hit points to spend.
Even if you can do it in a few chops, it's.
High force, an axe, her roll,
You have
situational
advantage
advantage
with your
on,
roll,
on
and your
it probably
not
being
each roll,
like
just makes it work.
it's probably weighed down by all the snow that's
Two
been piling up
advantages,
on
'cause-
it.
One.
Okay. Partial success then.
Okay, yeah, because axe is bare minimum from attempting to do the task. You don't get advantage.
Yeah. I rolled 2 9s and 8 and 6.
Okay,
so.
partial success. I'll say, yeah, you do manage to cut it down, and you decide as the tree, the small tree starts to tumble down, laden with snow, that like as the wolves approach you, that would be better to be caught up within that mess than to be free of it, where one of the wolves that did run past the tree, could get to you. No, that doesn't make any sense.
What? I don't understand what you just said.
Never mind. One of the wolves run past, the other three are cut off.
Okay, sounds good. I'll start pursuing
The one that
wolf,
did
but
run past, though,
quickly.
makes a strike at you, giving you 2 ruin.
Okay. Yes.
Vera, or
Honestly, I'm
Nora,
really glad that you
the
didn't go on this
similar
mission
syllables in
Uh,
my 2
lose
character
2.
names.
for ruin.
I'm at 3.
Okay,
so
it takes a
Nora
bite
is
out of your
going to
calf.
focus
It's
on
nasty.
running down
Deidre
this
probably would've
path
died by now if I
as
didn't have her.
safely as possible, trying to like make big stomps with her snowshoes and probably
Okay,
this
roll
way,
the
this
attacks.
way, this way, trying to just make sure people can follow
Yeah.
the path she is trying to make. Detect. Oop. 5,
No, it's so weird.
2, partial success. 0 and 7. And would using this ability,
The snow sight one?
would the snow sight
Yeah, it
be
gives you
like
advantage, sure.
okay?
So you have full
So,
success.
full success.
Okay, cool. That will give other people advantage when trying to follow the path.
Awesome.
So you only have one wolf past the tree. The tree won't hold them off indefinitely, but it does give you guys time. One of the wolves, I'm gonna say it actually hasn't let off of biting down on your calf.
So it's
Anyone else
distracted?
helping? Yeah, actually, it's very
So-
distracted.
Awesome.
I am.
So, rolling navigate, can we still give our
Cacti.
successes to other people?
That was for the one group check.
Yeah,
it's
group
just testing
checks
out
would
an
be-
idea.
Okay.
Group checks, it makes sense that we can do that, but like disconnected ones, not really.
I mean, Seth's low on health. He's trying to get Virgil to safety. He's not gonna turn back. It sucks, but
Nora has no way to effectively
you have
help
double
against
advantage.
any of the sheepdogs.
thanks, right?
So
Are
the
we
best
trying
she
to
can
help
do
Rebecca?
is make sure
I am,
people have
yeah.
the path to escape along.
So my dice said no successes.
So you get full success then.
Yes.
All right. The dog's injured heavily and disengages from Rebecca's leg. What do you guys? What does Rebecca do in response? Or anyone else? Anything?
I'm out of
I'll
tricks.
do something. I texted you something also.
I'm not good at anything.
But
I was gonna throw you a bow.
Is the wolf dead?
No.
No, it's heavily injured and limping.
I'm gonna throw it off a fucking mountain.
I'm a nosy bitch.
Okay.
I know you're a nosy bitch. I wish you were a nosy bitch that could punch people.
Me too. Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
What, are you baffled by this conversation?
No, just the humorousness of saying old dog new tricks when we are dealing with dead
Yeah.
dogs.
Hey, they're
I'm
learning
going
new
to.
tricks.
That's one success on the dice. Does wood fighter or axe give me anything against eating this
This
dog
will
off a
start
cliff?
Emma's character arc where she learns how to
If
fight.
you use the baseball strategy with the axe again, you can get an advantage from that.
All right, so full success.
Okay. Yeah. Given the conditions, Dog goes down, it doesn't whimper once. Make any noise as it descends. You just hear the thunk, thunk as it hits the different snowdrifts of the cliff before sliding off.
Well, I would like to be able to actually give them proper burial so they stay down.
They're ice monsters.
We've established that proper burials do nothing.
Well, they
It's
do.
it's personal objects on the body.
So we have to bury the chef with.
A proper
We
burial.
need to get like a spirit
helps.
of proper burial and leave that to leave everything else
That was
alone.
supposed to be Sophia.
Yeah, that was
I know, and she's failing.
If they were to be buried with something that would
Do you think they would
Sophia's
bury
trying.
them frozen solid?
I know, she's trying her
maybe,
best.
but if they were to be buried
She's trying
with
her best.
something
Vindry
that would
appreciates it.
essentially
She
remind
doesn't.
them
She did
of
not
what
get
they were,
all
would they
the full
then
training she needs.
not
So, Narwhal.
come back?
I feel like it might
She
help.
is an undertrained
It's like the,
person trying
Egyptian
to cover
thing,
an
kind
entire
of.
position.
I mean, that's kind of like what burials now might have to be like.
Burying them with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Stuff
like
that tethers
Egyptian
them.
pyramid style.
Yeah, that's what I
Maybe not necessarily pyramid style, but like at least buried
yeah, not
with
that
something
great.
that is important to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, the dogs are getting around that tree that Rebecca felled. Sooner than later, you guys want to make distance?
Running.
Yeah.
You're ahead already. I'm not going to make you roll. The rest of you can roll with advantage and then navigate check to try to get ahead.
After being established,
The-
that's,
Oh,
I have
wow.
no tricks left. This is
The
what I can
foresters
do.
get double advantage.
Okay, then I just get a full success.
I rolled 3
Rebecca-
9s.
My dice are
I
saying
got a
no.
critical success.
Well, that's still one success.
You're
Rebecca runs
Can I give
with
Yeah.
no response to
Only
Can I
the
give
one
us a success?
success
half
from-
wound she has.
Can I give a
it's a group-
success to
You would
somebody
get
else?
disadvantage if you continue
It's a,
holding the
it's a
body. You
group
continue
check,
holding
so
the
you
body.
could.
I had already said I'm not leaving it, so.
Okay.
So you have a partial?
Yeah.
What do you have? 0? Can I give one of my successes to somebody else?
It's a group check. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll give one success, and then I'm still at full.
I'm at
That brings
full.
it. That brings you to partial success.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm at full, but I don't feel like I can give anything because they're both advantages. I rolled jack shit.
Yeah, and you're at full, and you only did that
Yeah.
was critical, so.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not have 3 in navigate, or I.
Rebecca's
If I
calf
make
wound
somebody
does
have
not
a-
slow her in the
Okay.
slightest.
As you guys
That tracks.
run forwards, you're not sure how long you've been running for, but you break out into the clearing with the house sooner than you thought.
Nor is this a memory.
Okay, so right on your heels, right as you are like a bit out of the beginning of the trail, you hear the print, the padding of the dogs behind you, the 3 remaining sheepdogs chasing after you. They're going to reach you before you reach the house.
Rebecca is too.
You are going to be
truly
the
tired
target
of being the only one
multiple of
killing these
them
things.
if you do not drop the body before you get to the house. Do you keep the body?
I already said that I would not be leaving it.
Okay. Do you accept the terms of a contract?
Please read the terms and conditions.
Yes, thank you.
The scale that has been hovering behind you, made entirely of wood, has the wood start to chip away as gold underneath is revealed.
I have. Out of character, I have no idea what that is. In character, I'm not sure if they know it or not.
Like,
That's a
The central
strong
axis
walls.
upon which the scale is balanced is comprised of a sword.
Interesting.
I think that's like.
And within one of the sides of the scale
Honestly, this
is
help.
an infant, and then the other side of the scale is a grave.
I don't remember any of these yet.
Am I supposed to know what that means?
It's a so it keeps the image of a scale is present in spirits of law and order, but this is clearly a more advanced one than just a basic one. So it's a more advanced concept.
So this will be like level
The
3.
cycle of life, or in its rules or something, or
May I roll a recall to try to determine what type of spirit this is?
In the
Would I be able
moment.
to?
No, actually not right now. No, I don't think so. I mean, you're the
We're
one
a
who
little
can
busy.
You're the only one who can see it clearly.
would I
Would I be able to make that
Damn,
recall
nosy
roll?
bitch, too bad.
That's gonna tag Aspiring Mystic for an
I mean, you
advantage
two
on
are the
it,
closest
and I
together.
have a high recall, so...
Yep.
Nora's got it.
You know, I assume you're a little bit ahead of us, because
So yeah,
I still got to
2
concentrate.
successes
Oh, yeah.
and an advantage is...
Yeah, I think it probably goes Nora,
So
me,
that's
and Virgil,
3, so
you,
critical success.
Yep.
and
For what?
Order. Of Nora, me,
Oh.
and Virgil, then
Yeah.
Emma, then
Um,
you, and then Rebecca.
I'm not sure if Rebecca's ahead of you or not, I think.
Rebecca's
No,
Yeah,
by
you're
much.
you're probably around the
faster,
same
but-
area.
So-
I mean, yes, because I succeeded in my...
This
Yeah.
is a
Navigating
spirit
check,
of
but
human
not that much.
law, or a mortal law, specifically. So its concepts pertain to sentient notions of law.
Is this
That's
3?
some irony!
Yes.
I'm a fucking pirate!
No, I know. That's
No,
why
I
it's so
meant,
funny.
I
That's
meant,
what we're
is
talking
this a
about.
level 3 spirit?
I'm not gonna clarify right now. 3 makes sense. Maybe 4. You know,
Oh, right, there's a 4.
there's even 5.
Gonna
and 6.
just, like, while running, try and call back.
Do it, it's good.
It's a good one!
Think caring about people thoughts. I don't know.
No, the offer's been made. You just need to say yes.
What are the terms of the contract?
Okay. Fuck. What? I am not entirely sure what binding makes sense. You know what? Because contracts are made in brain time, I think
Compassion?
we'll make it make
Fair.
sense later. We can just cut straight to the chase for what we need to do narratively. We can work up the terms of the contract after the session, but we will, in narrative, have happened now. What kind of power makes sense right now?
Like, recalling who people are.
What about just a simple protection power, like a shield, that
That would
like
be much more helpful.
Very,
What
very
about
good.
enforcing the laws of man over...
protecting the innocent, basically,
Yeah, protecting people.
I don't need the
Protecting
laws of
life.
man.
or yeah, just. Or you could have something with like punishing those who have transgressed against the laws of man.
That's priority.
You could go with that.
Has always been very kind.
Also,
Suffer the cost of your transgression.
but I feel like
My only
protection
goal
is
right now is I'm bringing this dude's corpse home.
yeah. So I feel like the shield is more reasonable.
I feel like that makes sense.
Do you want a shield?
I mean, that wouldn't be too far off of something Mara would do.
It's also not impossible to break a contract.
Yeah.
We have characters like in lore that have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good idea, Skate.
Brett had a contract that
Brett
he
has-
was
And we
Sindri
bring
had-
him
Interesting, I
home.
didn't
I
know
do
that.
not care
Brett
what
had
it
a
takes
contract,
right
Sindri
now.
had a
I am going to
contract.
bring him
Brett
home.
was a
Okay,
soldier
so-
for quite a while,
Oh,
but
I see.
a bloodlust spirit isn't
So,
exactly suitable
as-
for daily life outside of
As you guys are
war,
running
so-
up away from the sheepdogs,
Sindri medical.
Marrow falls behind the rest of you, like for obvious reasons. As the sheepdogs approach, a spectral buckler appears around Marrow's arm, and they do a simple motion as if they were doing a parry in a duel, and a larger ethereal buckler forms, upon which the dogs run into and break their teeth in their charge. They stagger and fall, and their confusion is greater than that is warranted by the situation. They seem temporarily disabled by the attempt to attack despite the shield's existence, and you are free to run for a few moments longer. It seems for a moment to not have been enough. You all rush towards the house, but still not enough. The dogs catch up, and you pass the pile of stones and look back at your oncoming fates, readying yourself to attempt using the same ability again, though you know, you can feel in the marrow bones that there will be some cost. But upon leaping over and running past the stone, the dogs dissipate.
This is their home. I have never sprinted carrying somebody that weighs so little.
Do we stop at the house? Or do we keep going to the
I don't know
village?
about you. I'd like to catch my breath. And then I would immediately like to go see my sister so that she can
And the house has been established as a place that
use first aid.
is safe from these things due to being familiar to
We
them.
should go into the house.
Let's go into the house. Maybe do some first aid on people that have been hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the session here.
That's a good stopping point, yeah.
The house is a safe place. I will do a minor spoiler. Remember,
safe place.
Remember how early in the session, Kaylin Shepherdson was talking about how when in the middle of
candy.
winter you couldn't get back to town?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, rough.
All of our characters are trapped out here now. We have snowshoes, though.
Remember how Virgil Moss briefly mentioned something about time slipping by at a rate faster
Oh,
than
no.
received?
Interesting.
Oh, it is winter now.
It is winter.
Matthew, you want to add anything? You want to add any last session, end of session thingamabobs?
Oh yeah, when you're all in the house treating your wounds, Rebecca ties up her leg, but you'll notice
No.
her wound looks bad. But there's no blood. You can see her muscles through where the teeth bit into her, but there's no blood.
What the fuck is going on with you?
Is
Nora
that to your
is
dice or
incredibly intrigued
to Matthew?
by this, but
Both.
we have wrapped up the session, so
She tightens.
this is not
You
what we're
always have a
doing.
mystery, and these dice won't fit back in.
Are we getting experience this
Whatever.
session or no?
Oh, yeah, you're getting
Whatever.
plenty of experience. I think all of you did the things you characters do very much
So much.
Heavy use of the
I
contract
chopped
and
Emma
down a
talks.
fucking
invoked a
tree.
Spirit
I mean,
Mystic,
I'm not-
I think at least twice.
And that little.
I don't
I'm
know if
gonna
I did
be
many
like.
bookwormy
I'm
things,
gonna
but
finish my character role.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you, honestly, sure, why not, 4 points of EXP in your contract.
I have 4 of 6.
Okay, if you push it over the edge, you're gonna get another ability sometime.
Cool.
Does the
In
other
your,
ability have the points?
in your aspiring, yeah, that's how that works.
Okay.
In aspiring mystic, you'll get, you did as expected, 2.
Alright.
You didn't do very many piratey things. Oh, wait, is it X-Pirate?
Uh-huh.
It's X. You did some X-Piratey things.
Some swordsmanship.
Sure, I'll give you 2 XP for
Some
that.
swordsmanship, some
And you got a
being a
contract that
different
will
person
resolve
than you were
at some
before.
point. Rebecca did.
Marking things.
I'll give Rebecca 3 XP for woodsman stuff because you beat up both woods and things in woods. What roles do you have?
I'm just a chatterbox.
Oh,
And
okay.
an observer.
I
And an observer.
And
Okay, I'll give you 2 XP for observer.
Don't sell yourself short.
Ellie, what did you say for me?
3 XP
Okay.
for woods person.
Sounds good. Woods fighter.
Woods fighter. Yeah, you fought in the woods, and you fought the woods, and you fought things in
listen,
the
I
woods.
brought out my
Um,
gimmick character for an adventure,
Fought
and I'm
with
sorry.
the woods at one
Okay,
point.
yeah,
too.
you fought with the woods too. That was. What? Your.
That's a hunter.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 XP for that as well.
Yeah,
That's-
lots
Sweet, I'll
of
get a new
attacking
roll.
animals. Lots of survivalist stuff with all the running through the wilderness.
Mara is currently very determined to get Morrow back to town. One way or another.
He's your name, buddy.
Preferably in the
Thinking
shortest
about
time frame
making Seth a
possible.
tracker.
Cool.
So, yeah, like a bit of a meta thing. You choosing to actually take the body did forestall the resurrection of Finnegan by like a significant amount.
Oh, is he gonna be
Not having a
resurrected?
body to work
Well, I
with
figured because the family
would
sort of
probably contribute to
Yeah.
so
that.
she wasn't gonna give up that easily.
Killing her will be,
Are we gonna kill her?
What?
yes.
Did Reich end up becoming the Talon?
A life for a life. Is how resurrection
I mean, like,
works.
yeah, that. But just,
Well, that's something that might have maybe you can come with your own conclusions.
Oh, for the other characters, how much time
Anyway,
has passed?
want to say goodbye to Obs? Because I haven't told him.
Farewell, Orbs.
Bye-bye.